तू श्वेत वर्णी कमल पे विराजे, हाथों में वीणा मुकुट सर पे साजे। मन से हमारे मिटा दे अंधेरे, हमको उजालों का संसार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ।
Thank you, dear students. Tightrope institutions celebrating 25 years of excellence in education, connecting life with learning, an institution where innovation meets education, and where the institute is not just a place of learning, but a home where aspirations take flight. Today, we invite you to embark on a visual journey that encapsulates the essence of our college through this video. Video. It's indeed a privilege to stand before you and introduce the theme of this conference. Now, I would request Dr. Vibhav Kumar Sajan, Dean R&D, and our beloved HOD ECE department, a visionary leader with profound knowledge and yet a humble, generous, and polite personality, to share his valuable thoughts into the conference theme. Please.
Good morning, one and all present here. On behalf of Dean R&D Office, the Electronics and Communication Departments from KIT Group of Institution, I warmly welcome our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor J.P. Pandey, Vice Chancellor, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow, our guest of honor, Dr. Karun Agarwal, Director, National Art Institute, Delhi, and Professor Abhishek Thomas, sir, Professor J.P. Pant, Agricultural University, Uttarakhand, Honorable Director in charge, Dr. Anil K. Lava, Honorable Joint Director, sir, Dr. Manoj Goyal, sir, Honorable Additional Director, Dr. Sailesh Tiwari, sir, heads of departments, deans, delegates from of the conference from all over India and abroad, and my dear colleagues, students, and faculty members. First of all, I am Dr. Vibhav Kumar Sajan, Dean R&D and HOD ECE, proudly serving as a convener of 5th International Conference on Advances in AI for the Biomedical Instrumentation, Electronics and Computing. Today, I am honored to represent our esteemed institution, KIT, on this occasion. This notable event is recognized in the Scopus Index, approved by the CRC Press Taylor and Francis, and received generous sponsorship from Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, MIT, Government of India, IPCO New Delhi, MathWorks, Fine Training Academy, and ACE Academy. As everybody knows, that the type of institution is celebrating 25 years of excellence in education. And this conference will serve as a crucial platform where the interaction of the artificial intelligence, biomedical instrumentation, electronics, and computing converge to chart the course of future advancements. I am feeling privileged to announce that we have received 109 research papers are accepted for presentation after the review process of more than 300 research papers from the abroad around the world. These accepted research papers originating from the various Indian IIT, NITs, Central University, and the state technical universities. Among these three papers are from the United States of America, while the significant majority of the 106 papers are from India, representing 11 different states of the India. Nowadays, as everybody knows, the government of India is focusing the digital healthcare system. The theme of this conference is particularly significant in the context of rapid evolution of technology and its profound impact on the healthcare. Now, as per the national education policy and the vision of the research, promoting the research culture in the KIT campus, The ECE department has established the biomedical lab that is sponsored by the industry called MBS Private Limited. Under this umbrella, our students and the faculty member have developed the different biomedical products like oxygen analyzer, PSA plants, changeover system, automatic wheelchair, humidifier, cleft lip plate, etc. And these devices are already installed in the different hospitals of the Rajasthan and the New Delhi. Our gathering today reflects a diverse community of researchers, scholars, professionals, and experts from around the globe, all united by the common goal to explore and push the boundaries of innovation in these critical domains. Artificial intelligence has emerged as a transformative force the way we approach biomedical instrumentation, electronics, and computing in this context of healthcare delivery and the medical research. Over the next 2 days, we have the privilege of delivering into cutting-edge research, engaging in thought-provoking discussion, and forging collaboration that have the potential to shape the future landscape of AI in the biomedical fields. As we have navigated through the sessions and presentation, I encourage you all the active participation, exchange idea, and the foster meaningful connections. The success of this conference lies in the collective expertise and contribution from each participants, and I am confident together will be the both intellectually stimulating and the professionally rewarding. Once again, I am welcoming the International Conference on Advances in the AI for the Biomedical Instrumentation, Electronics and Computing. May our shared exploration lead to the discoveries that have the lasting impacts on the field of biomedical fields. Thank you all. Best of luck. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. Now let us hear from the key personalities shaping the academic landscape at Kite Group of Institutions. May I now request the maestro of our institution, our esteemed Dr. Sailesh Tiwari, Additional Director, Kite Group of Institutions, take the stage and enlighten us with the harmonies of his insightful address. Please come.
Thank you, ma'am, for these heavy words. A very good morning to all here. I am very much delighted to welcome you all in the inaugural ceremony of the 5th conference on advances in artificial intelligence for biomedical instrumentation, electronics and computing, ICABEC 2023. It is organized by Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Kite Group of Institutions. I especially welcome our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor J.P. Pandey, Honorable Vice Chancellor, AKTU Lucknow, our guest of honor, Dr. Karun Agarwal, Director, National Heart Institute, Delhi, and Professor Abhishek Tomar, Professor G.B. Pant Agriculture and Technological University, Pantnagar, Uttarakhand. And I also express my gratitude for accepting our invitation, agreed to share their valuable time with us. Thank you, sirs. I would also like to welcome and thankful to Dr. Manoj Goyal, co-patron ICABEC 2023 and Joint Director, Kite Group of Institutions, all deans and leaders of various verticals, all heads of the department for every kind of support and guidance to organize the ICABEC 2023. I would also like to welcome and convey my best wishes to all the guests, delegates, my faculty colleagues, students, participants for their contribution and participation in this conference. I also appreciate the efforts of Professor Vivek Kumar Sachan, convener ICABEC 2023, and the whole organizing team to make this conference successful. This 5th International Conference on AI for Biomedical Instrumentation, Electronics and Computing is an interdisciplinary conference with a foreseen objective of enhancing the research activities at large scale. The Technical Program Committee and Advisory Board of ICABEC include eminent academicians, researchers, and practitioners from abroad as well as from all over the nation. We at Kite Group of Institutions organize 4 to 5 international conferences every year on different themes so that our faculty and students can meet the like-minded people from academia as well as from industry peers. Conferences such as ECE bring together people from different geographical areas that share their latest work on common discipline and create opportunity to meet new peoples who are working in common fields of interest. Here I want to say a few words on conferences like ICABEC. There are many benefits to attend and contribute in such conferences. Number one, you can get feedback on your early version of your latest work. You can get to know about other people who are working in your area. You can hear about the latest research. You can improve your presentation as well as communication skills. You can meet eminent academicians working in your field. You can and refine your field. There are many other benefits from the conferences like ICABEC. And there is a concern too. Nowadays, the quality of publication is a serious concern. Basically, what I understand, the quality of the paper is measured by the changes it makes for a better understanding and a better life. Like how many undergraduates and postgraduate students will use your paper as a basis of their final year project. How many of these will be inspired to do their own research in your field? How many patents will be generated? How many products and services will be generated? I heard that once our former Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, said that the 99% of the research in India is on paper. So now we have to focus on how we can develop a product and services from our research work. And what we want to contribute in the society. These are the major concerns that will lead to a good quality paper. We at Kite group of institutions are giving our best efforts to adhere these in the organization of every conferences which we organize every year. With these words, I would like to again welcome you all in ICABEC 2023 and convey my best wishes to the organizing team and hope all participants will be benefited with the technical program of the conferences in these 2 days. Thanks and best wishes. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for your honorable attendees. The stage is set for knowledge. With utmost respect and admiration, we extend a warm invitation to Dr. Manoj Goyal, our Joint Director, to share his pearls of wisdom with us. Please, sir.
Good morning, Honorable Chief Guest, Professor J.P. Pandey, Vice Chancellor, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow, who has joined us in online mode. He is not well, that's why he is not able to make it to come physically in the institute. But we are thankful to him that he accepted our invitation and joined us in online mode. Thank you, sir. Our guest of honor, Dr. Karun Agarwal, Director, National Heart Institute, New Delhi, Dr. Abhishek Tomarji from GB Pant Technological University, Uttarakhand, Dr. Shailesh Tiwari, Additional Director, Kite Group of Institutions, Deans, Head of the Department, faculty members, esteemed guests, scholars, experts in the field of AI and biomedical, and my dear students. I, on behalf of entire Kite family, welcome you all in this 5th International Conference on Advances in AI for Biomedical Instrumentation, Electronics and Computing, organized by Electronics and Communication Department of Kite Group of Institutions. It's an honor to inaugurate this gathering, a testament to the remarkable stride made in merging artificial intelligence with biomedical technology. As we convene to explore the synergy between AI and healthcare, let us embrace the possibilities, foster collaborations, and pave the way for innovation that will revolutionize healthcare worldwide. I extend sincere thanks to our chief guest once again for accepting our invitation. Thank you very much, sir. सर आई विश आप एक बार बच्चों को अपनी blessing दे. Like I'll request, I know your throat is not well, but I'll request just after this that to give your blessing to the students. I convey my sincere thanks to our guest of honor, Dr. Karun Agarwal ji and Dr. Abhishek, for accepting our invitation and grace the occasion with their valuable presence. I extend my gratitude to all the participants, organizers for their dedication and contribution to this essential conversation. Together, let's embark on this enriching journey of discovery and transformation. May this conference be both enlightening and inspiring for all of us. I appreciate the great efforts to the entire organizing team and extend my best wishes for the great success of this conference. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to take you all to a visual journey presenting a glimpse of 5th International Conference on Advances in AI and Biomedical Instrumentation, Electronics and Computing, ICABEC 2023, and Electronics and Communication Engineering Department. For the next few minutes, we will be walking you through a small video of ICABEC 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to have with us Professor J.P. Pandey, Vice Chancellor of AKTU Lucknow, as Honorable Chief Guest for the inaugural ceremony of this international conference. J.P. Pandey is serving as the Vice Chancellor of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow. Professor Pandey has served as the Vice Chancellor of Madan Mohan Malviya University, MMTU. Under Pandey's guidance, MMTU became the first technical university in Uttar Pradesh to get NAAC's A grade. Earlier, Professor Pandey has served as AKTU Controller of Examination. He had introduced digital evaluation and an online question paper delivery system. He obtained his BTech degree from Ram Lohia University, Faizabad in electrical engineering in 1987 and PhD from UPTU. The highlight of our inaugural session is the address by our honorable chief guest. His profound insights into the technological landscape will undoubtedly inspire us. I request him to deliver his virtual address and motivate the attendees. Please, sir. Just wait for a moment. Sir is about to join. Respected JP Pandey, sir, we invite you for your conference address.
Thank you very much. The guest of honor of this conference, Dr. Karun Agarwal ji. He is a plastic surgeon. Guest of honor, Professor Abhishek Tomar ji from GB Pant Agriculture and Technological University, Uttarakhand. Director in charge, Anil Alawat. Additional Director, Sailesh Tiwari ji. Dean R&D, HOD of Electronic Department. Dear delegates, keynote speakers, participants, and CEO of your group, Dr. Manoj Goelji. Good morning to everyone. We are conducting this KITE group of institution is conducting this conference on the topic AI for biomedical instrumentation in electronics and computing. This is the fifth part of the. I would like to congratulate all the team members, college administration to have such type of conferences, particularly in the area of biomedical instrumentation. As your documentary shows that biomedical instrumentation is a key player in the coming years, where a technocrat and medical experts will join together and to serve this humanity for the humanity, and definitely it will help our country in a large manner. As a academic institution, our role is to go for a research of biomedical instrumentation, and in association with the medical experts, those who are they are the experts of medical, where they will imply our research product. Because biomedical and particularly application in this biomedical of AI, you will go for creating a ecosystem. Because of AI, see, already researches are going on in these areas, and as the university, we have adopted biosensors, sensors as subject in year 2011. When we started this subject in Noida, a lot of resistance came from the educational institution that why this subject is being introduced in this curriculum by sensors. We will go for electronic sensors, we will go for biosensors and all this thing. In year 2011, then Vice Chancellor was having a vision that in coming days, our responsibility to develop a sensors, and in bioinstrumentation, in all these medical equipments which are being used in the hospitals are used by doctors, they all inbuilt in sensors. There are different sensors, and computing the outputs of sensors is very important, and definitely AI will help you all. So, as a whole, I'm not in a position to speak much because of my throat infection. First of all, thanks for giving me opportunity to share few, because I'm not in a position to go in details. Not in your particularly department laboratory, but as far as this skill department is going on, sorry, skill department which is catering all this skill portion, you can go for this skilling of student in these area also, when you will have a center of excellence in biosciences. Thank you very much again, organizers, and particularly Dr. Manoj Goyal for inviting me. Thank you very much. Sorry, I am not in a position to speak much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of wisdom. We are really thankful that you took out some time for our conference despite of your busy schedule. Thank you so much. Now I would like to introduce our guest of honor, Dr. Karun Agrawal, Director, National Heart Institute, New Delhi. Dr. Karun is a member of Global Medical Advisory Board and Indian Medical Advisory Council of Smile, Chairman of Ethical Committee, Institute of Pathology, ICMR. He was the President, Association of Plastic Surgeons of India in 2016, President of National Academy of Burns India in 2010, and President of Indian Cleft Society in 2009. He credits 160 journal publications and 15 textbook chapters. He is the Chief Editor, Reconstructive and Aesthetic Surgery, published by THEME. He has innovations like modification of mouth gag for facilitating visibility during intraoral surgery, GUIDE, development of epidermal culture in laboratory ICMR, structural modification of cleft palate mouth gag, development of mobile app on burns management IIT Dehradun, and many more to credit. A special address is in store for us by our esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Karun Agrawal, Director of National Heart Institute, New Delhi. Let us hear his valuable insights into the intersection of biomedical instrumentation and artificial intelligence. Please, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Honorable Chief Guest of today's special function, Professor J.P. Pandey, who is present online, Vice Chancellor of Technical University, Lucknow. Our guest of honor, my co-colleague, Professor Abhishek Tomar, Agricultural and Technological University, Uttarakhand. Dr. Manoj Goyal, the key figure here, the organizer, main head here, the additional director of Kite Group of Institutions, all the directors, deans, HODs, faculty, keynote speakers who are very important for this conference. And the most important part is the group of delegates and the listeners and the students. It's my privilege to be part of this inaugural function of ICABEC 2023. I'm sure you must be all surprised to see a plastic surgeon amongst all the engineers and the biotechnologists. I'm also surprised that I am here as part of this function because I don't fit in the shoes. All the when I was the student, people used to call the person who does not calculate, who is poor in geometry and mathematics, takes biology and goes to the medical science. And whole audience is technologically and mathematically very advanced and knowledgeable enough to listen to a non-technological person here. At the foremost, I must congratulate for celebrating a silver jubilee of Kite Group of Institutions, and I congratulate all the former directors, present directors, and the faculty for achieving great heights. And I could see in your video how you have reached to the, how you have become the center of excellence. I'm very happy that people who were sleeping earlier is awake now with my loud voice. And my pleasure to be part of this inaugural function as this paves the way for all the deliberations in all the conferences which we'll deal with in next 2 days. Now I can tell you the background why I'm here, which everybody will be interested in. You had a formal director here, Colonel Amit Garg, who came to my office for some health-related issues and discussion in his family. And we were struggling with some of the photography of the patients while we are operating. Now you can understand how different is your field and our field. We keep working, but we do not disclose our difficulties to the others. Fortunately, Colonel was sitting in my office and we were discussing with our colleagues that we have difficulty in taking photographs inside the mouth when we are operating upon the patients. So because of this, we are not able to teach our students. We are not able to show our technique to the people across our students as well as across our people in the teaching community and learning community. He said, sir, this is not a big issue. We can sort it out. And he introduced me to Dr. Parveen Kaushik. And within a year, he came out with a small attachment to our mouth gag, which sorted out all the issues. And now we can take video, we can take photograph, and without hindering our surgical field. And now the application has already been published in your patent book. And you must have seen some of the glimpses in your video of ICABEC, which was presented now. So what I mean to say is this interaction between two communities can give you a forum for the research, but it sorts out a lot of issues in technical field, in the medical field. And now this is the basis of my presence here. And this is the basis of some of the lessons we learned out of our interaction. We now work, we say advanced surgery. Now, if somebody says, I'm doing robotic surgery or endoscopic surgery, laparoscopic surgery, one is always attracted to recent advances in surgery. And these things have been brought up only because of the biomedical engineering. I'm little puzzled by saying biomedical engineering because I am against medicine because my wife is medical specialist. Basically, it should be called a biosurgical specialty. Biosurgical specialty has got huge future. because not many people can embark into this because it is little difficult, more expensive, and it requires a lot of insight in the surgery. What I observe is after interaction with Colonel Garg and this innovation which Professor Praveen Kaushik had brought in, I think there is a lack of communication between two specialties. This ICABEC shows that you have interdisciplinary discussion within yourself. But I do not find, at least in India, I do not find a forum where I can sit with you and discuss about my problems. I can tell you a very small example in my family. My son is IIT. We have a tissue expander. It's a balloon which is put inside the body, and we create extra skin to operate upon a scar. So we increase the size of the skin and we use it for resurfacing that scar so that it becomes a scarless area. So I was reading a lot of literature how to calculate the size of balloon which can fit into the patient and can sort out my problem. And I was reading mathematics, geometry, and my research papers. My son was seeing that I am busy seeing those mathematics from morning till evening, still I am not able to sort it out. He said, Papa, don't worry. Tomorrow morning you will see a formula which will sort out your problem. And next morning at 5 o'clock, he comes out with an Excel sheet with formula. He says for this defect, this is the size calculated for this. And now that is published in international journal, that Excel sheet, which I think it must have taken an hour for him or half an hour for him to design it because it's already designed in Excel sheet. For me, it was so difficult to understand. And you will be surprised in medical literature. For this, there are many papers in international journal, and then they have become all obsolete after our publication of this Excel sheet. So this is an example that even in family, we do not have a link between medical science and the engineering. So please formulate and request to your director as well as your faculty to have a forum of interaction between the surgical specialties and bioengineers or biomedical engineers or AI. I'm very happy that I am part of this inaugural function. The theme of this conference is AI and technology for health sciences. So it should be extended as health and surgical sciences where you can innovate many things. This will give you a lot of opportunities to develop beyond robotics, beyond endoscopes, and beyond AI. You can develop and help us, help all the surgeons. We work hard. All the surgeons, we work very hard inside the operation theater to get the best result. But I'm sure once you are involved, you know our difficulty, you can sort out many things and pave way for easy surgery for the benefit of patients, public, and the nation. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Hope I have not taken too much of your time, and I wish all the best and success for the conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. How beautifully the intersection between two fields, engineering and medical science. That's really a great honor to have you with us. Now I'm glad to introduce the other guest of honor, Professor Abhishek Tomar, GB Pant Agriculture and Technological University, Uttarakhand. He received BSc Engineering degree in Electrical Engineering from Dayanbagh Educational Institute, Agra in 2000. MTech and Integrated Electronics in Circuits from IIT Delhi, India, and PhD degree in Electronics from Kyushu University, Japan. He has authored 37 publications in conference, 21 publications in reputed journals, including SAI, 5 book chapters, and translated 12 book chapters in Hindi for NPTEL. Professor Tomar has completed 2 research projects and guided 3 PhDs. He is a lifetime member of 5 professional bodies, including the Institution of Engineers, India, Indian Society of Remote Sensing, ISRS, Indian Society for Technical Education, ISE, Institution of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers, IETE, and Indian Red Cross Society Uttarakhand. He is currently engaged in the study and design of high performance digital circuit design, RF CMOS system, and development of algorithms for artificial intelligence based system. Esteemed guests, prepare to be inspired as we invite to the stage a luminary whose leadership has been a catalyst for academic triumph. With great reverence, I invite Professor Abhishek Tomar to deliver his conference address. Please, sir.
Thank you very much for such a nice introduction. Honorable Chief Guest, Professor J.B. Vice Chancellor, AKTU Lucknow. Guest of Honor, Dr. Karun Agrawal ji, Director, National Heart Institute, New Delhi. Manoj Goyal ji, Joint Director of this KITE group of institutions. Dr. Anil Elawat ji, Dr. Sailesh Tiwari, and convener of this conference, Dr. Vibhav Kumar Sachan. Although today I am here as a guest of honor, but I started my career with this KITE 2002, and I served here for around one year. So I'm thankful to KITE, and I have seen the hard work done by Manoj Goyal ji and Vibhav Sachan ji, and also Dr. Sanjay Sharma, who is no more, but still I remember his smiling face, and he also helped me a lot in my careers. So, as Dr. Karun Agrawal, that in India, there is no platform where the multidisciplinary research can be done. But fortunately, I am from the university where this platform exists. Our university, which is Govind Ballabh Pant University of Agriculture and Technology, Pantnagar, it has 16,000 acres of land. Okay, and basically it was established by Jawaharlal Nehru ji on land grant pattern, that you earn money from the agriculture and you spend on education. We have agriculture college, the agriculture scientists are there. We have veterinary college. We have home science, where food and nutrition, clothing, textiles, and we have basic research in biotechnology, biochemistry, biophysics, and et al. So the such type of the problems also exist in our university, that sometimes the cow, basically in the olden age, fall down because of lack of calcium in the backside of the legs. So it is very difficult that if cow will not stand up, they will die within 3 or 4 days. And we also have a dairy institute, so we have to stand up the cow. So what to do? So we have created some platform that we put the platform, okay, with the help of the man, and we stand up the cow, and then we put over the platform, and then with the platform, slowly we have inverted that some spring has been tested whether she can stand up independently or not. So such type of the research is going on in the G.V. Pant University of Agriculture and Technology, interdisciplinary research. Basically, if you see the vision of the present government, it is very clear. Government of India, Modi ji. Philosophically, if you read the research area, there are only 3 research areas. The one is the medical, The second one is the military. And the third one is the agriculture. One is for the health, another is for the security, and third one is for the food. So, as you know, that India has more fertile land, more agricultural land in comparison to the China. But still, our produce is up to the 75% of the China. And the benefit to the China is that the additional grain or additional food the China can donate to the African countries, to the poor countries, and then the China can get their vote in the United Nations or at the international platform. So the first challenge of our university is, or for this college is, that we should develop the techniques for the agriculture also. The second is the military. Military applications was based on the communication itself, but later on, the need of the military has been diminished and it has changed into the entertainment. So now everybody is using the mobile phone, and what he or she is doing, that he or she is exposing his or her bodies to the unwanted radiations. Number one thing. The second thing is that if you see, then they play the games. So when they play the games, there is a term called cognitive load. So cognitive load on the brain is increasing. That means their computational power and memory is diminishing. The third important thing is the eyes are also going. So now the important thing is that what we are doing, the military application which is used to earn the money, because America has 25% of the contribution in the military. Okay, and he is earning a lot of money from it. India, meager amount, just 5% export of the weapons to the other countries. And due to this, we have increased our medical liabilities. So why I'm saying the medical liabilities? Because we are using too much phones, we are addicted to it, and so many other electronic gadgets now. So what is important? Why this conference is important? Because now here comes into the picture that we cannot increase too much load on our medical practitioners because we have limited resources. The more diseases or more habits, if we incorporate in our body, that means that load will be propagated to the doctor itself. So to decrease the load on the doctors, the biomedical instrumentation is very much necessary. Biomedical instrument is necessary, and use the same mobile phone for using the apps, like how much heart point I got for this much walk. So that will keep you fit and healthy. The second thing is always measure your temperature whenever you feel it. Because sometimes what happens, in fact, in the agriculture sector, this happens. What happens? You feel that you have temperature and you take medicines. But actually, if you measure it through the temperature thermometer, okay, it shows that the reading is 98.4. Then why to take the medicines? Because this medicine will again create a residue in your body. So the importance of, or the theme of this conference is contemporary, very much necessary, because the biomedical instrumentation is very much necessary to keep you up to date, to increase your health. And the important thing is, because health is wealth. Also, if you keep your health and you increase your longevity, then definitely you will be able to work at the age of 70. And that will be your productive age, because productive age is from 20 to 70. Okay, so if the total span of the life is 80 years and you increase the productive age by measuring, by using these biomedical instrumentation from 20 to 70. That means the overall production or efficiency of human being will be 50 divided by 80. That is more than 50%. So that's what is the vision of the present government, the Modi's government. So definitely we should do the advances in biomedical instrumentation. And this conference, I think, because so many delegates are here and from the electronics, from mechanical, from medical sciences, they are here. So they must make a joint effort to develop such instruments which can measure your biological, physiological changes without invasive techniques. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable knowledge according to the topic of this conference. Now, a moment of celebration as we release the conference souvenir. This publication encapsulates the essence of our collective efforts and contributions. I would like to invite our honorable chief guests of honor, directors, joint directors. Thank you so much, sir. Now I request our joint director, sir, to present a memento as a token of welcome and gratitude to our guest of honor, Dr. Karun Agrawal. Thank you, sir. Now I request our additional director, sir, to present a memento to our guest of honor, Dr. Abhishek Tomar. It's time to felicitate our sponsors, as without their combined efforts, this conference would not be a grand success. We present our sincere thanks to MITI, Government of India, IFCO, New Delhi. Now I would like to invite Professor Vibhav Sachan, convener ICABEC 2023, to present a memento to Mr. Pratyush and team, MathWorks. Thank you, sir. Now I would invite Dr. Ruchita Gautam, co-convener of ICABEC, to present a memento to Mr. Vaibhav Mishra, founder, Pine Technologies. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I invite Dr. Praveen Kaushik, co-convener of ICABEC, to present a memento to Mr. Gangulu, ACE Academy. Thank you, Praveen sir. As we wrap up the inaugural session, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to all our distinguished guests, participants, and the organizing team. I request Dr. Ruchita Gautam, Associate Dean RNG and co-convener of ICABEC 2023, to deliver the vote of thanks. Please, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone, and a warm welcome to all of you. On behalf of Kite Group of Institutions, it's indeed my pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks to all who have made this inaugural ceremony of 5th International Conference on Advances in AI for Biomedical Instrumentation, Electronics and Computing, ICABEC 2023, a grand success. It is indeed a great opportunity for us to host this 5th International Conferences on Advances in AI for biomedical instrumentations, electronics, and computing. I would like to express my deep felt gratitude and thanks to our honorable chief guest, Professor J.P. Pandeyji, Vice Chancellor AKTU Lucknow, for accepting our proposal for being the chief guest of this event. Sir, your blessings and words will keep us motivated for the next 2 days of the event. I would also like to express my gratitude to the honorable guests of honor, Dr. Karun Agrawal ji, MBBS, MS, MCH, Plastic Surgery, Director, National Heart Institute, New Delhi, and Professor Dr. Abhishek Tomar ji, Professor GB Pant Agriculture and Technological University, Uttarakhand, for gracing the occasion with their benign presence. I would also like to express a deep sense of appreciation and gratitude to our Honorable Director in Charge, Dr. Anil K. Alawat, Honorable Joint Director, Dr. Manoj Goyal, and Honorable Additional Director, Dr. Shailesh Tiwari, for their kind guidance and belief in us. I would also like to express my sincere thanks to Dr. Vibhu Sachan, convener of 5th International Conference on Advances in AI for Biomedical Instrumentations, Electronics and Computing, Dean R&D and HOD, Electronics and Communication Engineering, for his kind support, guidance, and motivation at each phase. My thanks also goes to all the keynote speakers, deans, heads of the departments, functional heads, participants, and students for their valuable presence. I would also like to thank our sponsors for this conference, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, MeitY, Government of India, IFGO, New Delhi, MathWorks, Pine Training Academy, and ACE Academy. Sincere thanks also goes to Admin Department, Accounts Department, Purchase Department, ITSS Department, Media, last but not the least, Electronics and Communication Engineering Department of Kite Group of Institutions for their wholehearted support. Thank you all once again.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I would request all of you to please stand at your places for the national anthem. I request all the students please be seated because we are beginning with the first technical session and keynote talk from Mr. Pratyush Roy, MathWorks. All the students kindly maintain the decorum. Please be seated at your places. Let me to the first keynote speaker of today's technical session, Mr. Pratyush Roy, works as a part of education team, MathWorks India. In this role, he collaborates with students, researchers, and faculty members from different institutes to accelerate the pace of teaching and research. He is passionate about technologies related to data science and signal processing. He has been interdisciplinary background with bachelor degree in electrical engineering from Jadavpur University, followed by master's degree in signal processing from IIT Guwahati, transitioning into the intellectual heart of our conference. Our first keynote speaker, Mr. Pratyush Roy from MathWorks, will share his valuable insights in keynote talk number 1. Sir, I request you for the session. All the students are requested to be seated for the technical session. We are beginning with the keynote talk first. Before starting the session, we would like to welcome Mr. Pratyush Roy with an oxy plant. I request Dr. Ruchita Gautam to please welcome him with an oxy plant. Pratyush.
Sure. Yeah, everyone who are in the premise, please be seated. I think thanks everyone for joining today. Today we are planning to discuss a bit on medical imaging using MATLAB. So just before I get started, I think most of you are students who are present here. Just want to know how many of you are from pharmaceutical background. Just a quick show of hands, please. A few of you are from pharma. Awesome. How many of you are from ECE background? Okay, most of you are from ECE. Right, so I'll try to make this session a bit more interactive today since you are students. I'll ask for some feedback from you and I'll see what we can kind of deliver. So today's session is more on how you can use AI and all those things for medical imaging. So can we? So a lot of people get confused between what the company is and what the product is. So the product that we kind of build is MATLAB and Simulink. And the company that we are a part of is called MathWorks. Okay, so I am from the customer success team at MathWorks. I typically work with students like you and faculties who are present here to ensure that they are successful in their teaching and their research and their projects. Right. So MathWorks is a corporation which builds tools like MATLAB and Simulink. We are spread across multiple nations. Our headquarters are in Natick. In India, we have 5 offices. I am from the Delhi office. And there are multiple millions users for our tools, and there are a lot of engineers who are working day in and day out, kind of ensure that you are successful in your work. So moving to the next slide. So just a brief introduction of what we do. MATLAB, does anyone know, by the way, what's the full form of MATLAB? The audience? Okay. So MATLAB is short for Matrix Laboratory. Okay. It's made for handling data which are shaped in arrays and matrices. And it can do certain types of tasks like data visualizations, data analysis, plotting, and things like that. So for medical imaging, if you want to create certain algorithms, if you want to create certain AI models, you can use MATLAB. All you have to do is kind of write scripts which can implement those ideas that you have. On the other hand, we also have something known as Simulink. Okay. So Simulink's job is to build systems by using blocks. Okay. So let's say you have sensors from which you are gathering data. Right? So let's say I have an ECG sensor. I'm gathering data from that ECG sensor. And I am doing some kind of processing on that data. So the difference between MATLAB and Simulink is that Simulink has this inherent idea of time, which MATLAB does not have inherently, which means in real time, you can read signals, you can process the signal, you can implement your medical imaging algorithm on that signal and finally do some kind of visualization on that. Okay. So that's about MATLAB and Simulink. But despite this, there are other toolboxes, like there are 100+ toolboxes, which might be useful for these kind of applications. Right? Next slide. Okay. So there are different types of images that we can kind of gather from patients. Right? So if you look at the slides here, you can see something like digital pathology, you can see something like fundoscopy and all of that. Let's try to delve deeper into what I mean by this. So let's say there is a patient who is suffering from some kind of cancer, and we have to detect the location of the tumor in that patient. Okay. So how do we go about this? Of the tissue of the patient, and we try to fit some kind of machine learning algorithm which will try to automatically find out the tumor in the data. okay, or the tumor in the image, because the image is very high resolution. From naked eye, it might be very difficult for us to kind of detect tumor from that image. So we use AI algorithms for that. Let's take fundoscopy. Let's look at retinal scans. If somebody takes scans of our eyes, can we identify veins in that image, right? So let's say I'm posing this problem to you. Let's say you have been given an image of retina, right? How would you differentiate by naked eye itself the veins from the image of the eye? Just by looking at it, like no maths or anything involved, just by looking at it, how would you do that? Any ideas? What are the colors of the veins? What is the color of the veins? Is that different from the background color? So that's an initial way to do that, right? If you do some kind of color thresholding, if you say that, okay, I will only pick pixels which are red in color, I'll be only able to detect veins from the image, right? So my vein pixels will be my foreground, everything else will be my background. And we will finally come up with this black and white image, binary image, where veins will be white in color, all the rest will be black in color. It's a very simple way to kind of, do image processing. There are other ways also. For example, if you have, say, 3D volumetric data. So let's say you have brain scan images. Let's say you have CT scan images. Let's say you have lung images. How do you go about that in that case? Right. So in those cases, these kind of color thresholding might not. Right? You might need advanced algorithms. You might need help of, say, deep learning algorithms. Right. So I'll talk about that in a short while. But these things are possible where you can kind of label the 3D data. You can run deep learning algorithms on it, and you can kind of predict, what's the size of certain maybe protrusions or tumor, if that's the case. Right. Apart from that, even say there are a few pharma students. Thanks for sharing that information. So pharma students might be working with genetic data, might be working with microarray DNA, microarray data. So if I have those kind of data, can I analyze those patterns within the data? Can I use some kind of machine learning algorithm in that data? Right. So for all these kind of workflows, so let's take there is a clinician, there is someone who is from a medical background and has not done a lot of engineering. So we don't want that person to struggle a lot when it comes to implementing these kind of algorithms. If somebody is from a pharma background, we want that person to load the data and right away go ahead with analysis. If somebody is from an ECE background, we want that person to write maybe some algorithms, give it to, say, a doctor, like this is something I have done. Can you implement that to kind of do some analysis on your patients? So the idea is to bring people from all these different domains all together in the same platform and allow them to kind of collaborate on a single, say, medical imaging problem. Right? Next slide. Okay. So you have an idea and you want to build a product. Okay. So let's say I want to segment out part of my lungs, say one lung. It's a very simple problem. I want to measure the volume. After measuring the volume, if there is some discrepancy in the shape or the volume of it, I might want to say that, okay, maybe there is a problem with the lungs of the patient. Right? So that is an idea that I have in my brain. How do I implement that? Right? So first of all, to implement that, I need data. I need data for my lungs. I might need to do certain processing with my lungs. After that, I might want to test out my idea. Right? After I've tested out this idea, I have kind of done the prototype. But if I want to actually create an application out of this, okay, or let's say I want to create a patent out of this, what I need to do is I need to deploy my thing on an actual device. Now, this device might be a chip, this device might be a GPU. Now, the problem is a GPU or a chip does not understand MATLAB. It understands C++ codes or CUDA codes. Now, that's a problem because I have prototyped everything in MATLAB. But I again have to rewrite the same logic for CUDA or my chip device, right? But MATLAB kind of allows us to automatically generate code which is optimized for your device. So all you need to do is after prototyping, just automatically generate code for your device and deploy that. And finally, you have an actual product which is kind of scalable. So from the concept phase to the design phase to the implementation phase, the entire workflow is possible in the single time. Next slide again. Yeah. So yeah, verification and validation pretty much means the same. So let's say you have a design idea, you verify it, you validate it. If it doesn't work, change the parameters and you keep going unless you are kind of satisfied with the overall design. And this is kind of a testimonial that one of our customers shared that it gives you a single platform which supports a lot of functionalities. So today's agenda, I think I've kind of introduced you to MATLAB and how it kind of fits in for medical imaging. In the next part, we will see how you can actually work with medical images. What are the steps for that? Yeah, so proceeding on to that. Previously, we used to have something called computer vision toolbox. So computer vision toolbox is to take care of a lot of these things because you are essentially working with images, right? So a lot of the algorithms that you are implementing here are image processing or computer vision algorithms. But since there are certain things which are specific to medical imaging, there's a dedicated toolbox called medical imaging toolbox, where you can kind of import 2D or 3D medical image data. You can label them, you can segment them, you can train deep learning algorithms on it. So all of this is possible. We will see what the steps are if you want to implement that. Next slide, please. Right. So when it comes to an end-to-end, I would say, prototyping phase, there are 7 stages to it. All right. The first part is obviously you have to import the data. You need data in case you want to validate certain algorithms. The second part is once you import the data, you might want to visualize the data. Just make sense of what is there in the data. Then you might want to do something called registering data, the images. We will get to that. Once you have registered the image, you might want to pre-process the data. So the data that contains certain unnecessary artifacts that you might want to get rid of. Post that, we might want to segment the image into different parts, meaningful parts. Then we might want to label them, and then we might want to train some kind of algorithm on that data. So we'll see in details one by one how we can go about that in the subsequent slides. Right? So when it comes to importing of data, there are certain file formats which we typically support. So if we look at the file formats, so DICOM, NIFTY, NRRT, all these kind of file formats are very specific to medical image data. Okay. So let's say you have some kind of volumetric, brain scan or lung scan. That might typically come to you as a NIFTY file. Okay. If you have some kind of tissue image which is very high resolution, it can come to you as a DICOM. If you have certain neurological data, that might come to you as an NRRT file. So the file that you have, it might contain images which can be read as matrices because that's what images are inherently. So you can automatically parse the data and also certain metadata, right? How many planes are there associated with the 3D image? That spatial referencing information also gets captured. So the first part again is to import the data using some kind of readers or reader functions that we when it comes to the next step, it's about visualizing the data. So if you move to the next slide, so here you can kind of see a GIF, right? So you have a lung scan where both these lungs are kind of segmented using different colors. And you can change the plane. You can kind of see part of the overall lung image. That is also possible. So you can render basically 2D and 3D images very easily. If you have access to GPU, that fastens the overall rendering process as well. So if you have computational resources available with you, that will help the process for sure. Right? When it comes to the next step, when it comes to the next step, it's about registration of images. So if you move to the next slide. So the question is, okay, I have imported the data, I visualized the data. Why do I need to register the data in the first place? So if you look at multiple, say, X-ray scans, say due to some device, a few of these images got distorted, right? By distorted, I mean spatially distorted. They are not aligned to the same axis. But if you want to do some kind of analysis on that, we want to make sure that they are aligned properly so that the same algorithm can be implemented. So to do that, what we end up doing is we try to kind of estimate how much tilt has happened from the original axis. We try to estimate that transformation. And then by estimating that, we try to readjust all of these images so that they are kind of aligned in the same direction, right? And these kind of of the image, right? It can be a translation of the image. Can we ensure that all of them are aligned in the same axis, all of them are oriented properly, so that the subsequent steps can take place. So after we have registered, we move on to the next step. So it's about pre-processing. So the data that you have acquired might have certain unnecessary parts which you might want to do away with. So let's say I am doing brain scan. The outer boundary of my brain scan, which is like the boundary of the skull, that might not be necessary for me to do the analysis of the brain scan. Right? So what we can do is we can remove that. The image that we have obtained might contain certain noise. We might want to remove that noise. So all this kind of pre-processing is absolutely necessary in case we want to go ahead with the subsequent steps. So removing noise, resizing certain things, aligning images, these are part of the pre-processing step. And finally, we can do certain segmentation. Again, if you want to segment things out, say you want to segment out different parts of the brain. If you want to segment out, say, 2 lungs, you might write your own algorithm, but the advantage here is MATLAB provides you with certain semi-automatic algorithms which can really help you to segment things out. So what you need to do is find out the boundary of one lung, just click on it, and the entire lung will be automatically labeled. You don't have to kind of draw a boundary on the entire thing. So all these things are possible when you are trying to segment it out. In the next step. So once we have segmented it out, we are kind of ready. We might want to go ahead and train certain machine learning algorithms on the existing data set. Okay. So if you move to the next slide. Right. So the next step is labeling them. So let's say I have segmented the individual parts out, but can I name them? So on the left, it will be left lung. So there will be a label called left lung. On the right, there will be right lung. There will be a label called right lung. So all these labels also I can do. For doing all of this, again, I don't have to necessarily write a lot of codes, right? There are certain things called apps in MATLAB, which helps you to just click on point on the data, and it will automatically do things for you. Again, if you want to write codes, that provision is also available. I'm just saying this because if there is an actual doctor who is working on this problem, and that person is not from a computational background, we don't want to, kind of stop him or her from going ahead with using these tools. Right? So a lot of these apps might be helpful in those cases. Okay? So as you can see in the slide, we are using this pointers. It's automatically able to, kind of find out the boundary and label it. So all of these things are possible if you use the app. Yeah, so once you have done all of this, right, the final step is to actually train certain machine learning algorithms on the data. Now, why are we going ahead with machine learning algorithms? So one of the guests spoke about, we have a lot of data now. There is a need for biomedical instrumentation. Yes, there are millions of patients or even hundreds of patients who are coming in a hospital. They are getting their scans done from one of the centers. Right? If we have these number of images, it's very difficult for us to manually label them and go ahead with the finding of what kind of pathology the patient has. So to do away with that, to kind of automate the process, we need the help of AI. It's ubiquitous to know all of that. What we can do is we can use existing deep learning algorithms and kind of tune it a bit or maybe change a few of the properties there to kind of do certain analysis on the data. Okay. It can include, segmentation of, say, CT scan. It can include brain tumor segmentation. All of that can be automated if you have good deep learning networks and good data. So if I move to the next slide, how do you go about this? Well, there are, again, like I talked about this medical image labeler app, there is a certain app called Deep Network Designer app, which helps you to design deep neural networks very easily. It also allows you to import networks from other platforms. So let's say you are working with multiple people, you're collaborating with someone who is very proficient in Python, right? And he or she has actually created a network in PyTorch or say Keras or TensorFlow. So you can import those networks to MATLAB. MATLAB network, and you can convert it to Python. So all these things are possible. So till now, we have discussed the prototyping phase of medical imaging. When it comes to actually deploying it, there are again multiple options. Where do you want to deploy? Do you want to deploy it on a CPU chip? Do you want to deploy it on a GPU machine? Do you want to deploy it on an FPGA chip? So all these things are possible, and there are dedicated functionalities which helps you to write very optimized codes for all these kind of hardware that you actually want to deploy and test in case you are building a device, right? So for CPU, a CPU, like I mentioned, it does not understand MATLAB code. It understands C++ code. So you can automatically generate these codes and it can be, deployed into various hardware platforms. If we go to other hardware as well, for example, in the next slide. So if you want to generate something for GPU, right? If you say have an NVIDIA GPU and you want to deploy some kind of machine learning network on that GPU, so you have to again write CUDA code. So that's double work, but MATLAB allows you to automatically generate CUDA code for you. You can deploy it on a NVIDIA GPU, and it will do the same thing. It will fasten up your accelerate your training process in case you are going ahead with a deep learning algorithm, right? Apart from that, we also have things for FPGAs. For example, for FPGAs, you have to know VHDL and all of those languages, which is great. But let's say you can automatically generate VHDL code and then maybe make small tweaks to that, right? That saves a lot of time for you. So those things are also possible when you deploy code for application-specific chips like VHDL. Okay, so that's a lot of yarn. I think a lot of things is possible, but where students are struggling get started with, right? So they might want to know, okay, this is a lot of information for me. How do I get started? There are a lot of industry case studies. Companies like Philips Healthcare and a lot of the startups, they're using our tools. Be it, designing devices. So for devices, there is a chip. If you prototype it in MATLAB and Simulink and deploy it into that chip, that kind of workflow is possible. If you want to use deep learning, that is also possible. So in the subsequent slides, I can kind of flash what's really possible. If we again go to the next slide, these are stories, industry cases who are our customers and have used our tools. The toolboxes that they are using is the exact toolbox that you have access to. Right? No difference in anything. So KIT is part of the campus-wide license. All of you have access to the same toolboxes that our commercial customers have. So if you want to get like, why would you even start with MATLAB in case you are going at medical imaging? First of all, it's like I mentioned, it's one platform for multiple people. It can be pharmaceutical folks, it can be clinicians, it can be biomedical engineers, it can be electronics engineers. All of them coming together, collaborating by using different workflows that's possible. And auto generation of code and all of that is, I've already mentioned that. Now, when it comes to toolboxes, medical imaging toolbox is something which I've already discussed, but for very simple tasks like the retinal image scan and all of that, you can use very simple image processing and computer vision workflows. So image processing, computer vision, machine learning, deep learning. If you have access to some high performance computing cluster, you can speed up your code by using something called parallel computing toolbox. You can also speed it up for your own system. There are certain functions which are optimized so that it can, delegate your work into multiple cores and speed up the process. And again, you have access to all of that. So don't worry about it. How do I get started? Right. So a lot of you, I'm assuming you are from second and third year of engineering course and pharmaceutical course. A good place to get started would be some of our on-ramps. Okay. On-ramps are self-paced certificate courses that you can take up. These courses typically have, videos and text. It focuses on the domain itself, not on the tools, and how you can learn more about that domain and how you can apply your ideas for other projects. So signal processing on-ramp, image processing on-ramp, computer vision on-ramp, machine learning, deep learning on-ramp. All of these are part of the offerings that are there for KIT. So please feel free to log in with your MathWorks account. Try these on-ramps on your end, just that you can get ramped up on your own. And there are certain ways you can reach out to us. I am part of the education team. You can just drop me an email. My email would be proy@mathworks.com. And you can drop me an email and kind of this scanner might not work. I'm sorry for this, but a lot is possible. It might be a lot of information for you, but if you really want to get started on the journey, just drop me an email and I can kind of guide you in the process. Any questions before I kind of wrap up? I'm at the end of the session. Right. I think, just get started with some of the on-ramps, I would say. Then there are other things like, student projects. We have a dedicated competition team which supports different kind of competitions for students. So feel free to reach out to me. I'll connect you to the right person with whom we can have a further deeper discussion. And me and my colleagues will be here today in the campus. If you want to talk about your area of research and your curriculum, how we can support you there, we would love to talk more on that. So please feel free to reach out to us, and we would love to discuss more. So by saying that, I really want to thank all of you. Thanks for attending this session today. Looking forward to learn more from you. Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we would like to begin with the first technical session. For that, I invite our session respected session chairs, Dr. Manish Kumar Singh, Dr. Shubham Shukla, and Dr. K. Nagarajan. And the session reporter will be Mr. Balram. So I request Balram sir to please take over the stage for now. Those who are having offline technical session, we move to B104 for the session, for the offline session. Only those students will move, those who have offline session, they'll go to B104 for the offline technical session. Rest may sit here.
यहाँ से बोलो आप। ठीक, किसका फर्स्ट पेपर है मुझे नाम बताओ। दोनों का present in the lobby. Manu Srivastav. Manu Srivastav, are you available in the lobby to present your paper? Am I audible to you? Allow करो, वहाँ से करो। एक मिनट यहाँ से। Manu, you may raise your hand. Okay. Now I can change to you in presenter form. Settings change करो Manu की। से देखो। Manu, please raise your hand again so that I may convert you as a presenter from attendee. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Manu. Now you may share your screen. Instruction देनी है ये बताओ।
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are perfectly audible.
Okay. So hello everyone. This is Manu Srivastava presenting here about the 5G technologies or 5G networks in India regarding deployment status and their roadmap with Indian telecom ecosystem. In one line, I work in Samsung Research Institute, Noida, Sector 135. So to begin with, this survey paper talks about the 5G deployments which has recently developed in India. And you might have seen the advertisements of various operators like Jio and Airtel advertising the 5G services in India. I would throw of Indian telecom sector till 5G auctions and recently 5G deployments which happened very recently last year. Next, I will also discuss about the 5G data and call features which are commercially available right now in India. Apart from that, I would be discussing very briefly about the technologies which both the operators, namely Jio and Airtel, are deploying in India. Both are technically different. And lastly, about a little future, what we have in future regarding 5G and after 5G. So to begin with, we have a telecom background which we all have witnessed in the last 25 years, from which we have a PCO booth era till UPI era, and all has a backbone of telecom, without which it was not possible. In terms of tele-density, we have seen that in the last 10 years, tele-density has increased almost 10% till last year. The average subscriber data consumptions was about 60 MB in 2014, which has now increased to 16 GB till June 2022. So you can see from 61 MB we have moved to 16 GB. So this is a lot of data which now end user is consuming. Basically, till 10 years back, we were having around 12 to 16 operators, but right now we have only 4 operators in India, which has now traversed journey from 2G to 3G to 4G and now 5G. But why 5G is important? That is a very important aspect because that will a paradigm shift in the telecom ecosystem. Currently, we are just browsing the data, but 5G will enable the ecosystem for AI, IoT, gaming, healthcare, educational technologies, banking, infra, rural services, and many more. I mean, wherever a very high throughput is required, 5G would be available for us. So let's have a little a global scenario of 5G. 5G, although is new in India, but it is almost more than 5 years old in other countries, wherein the contradictory demands of high data throughput, although I don't want to pay. So these are the two contradictory demands which is happening in the market globally, not in India, wherein everybody wants to have a uh, huge data, but they don't want to, and huge throughput also, but they don't want to actually pay uh, for that. So 5G came into picture for that, which is ultra fast and ultra reliable, which are very super low latency. Latency basically is a word wherein how fast signal is getting transmitted, and we are getting back a delay. We can say in a broader term, the delay how a delay. So it is very low delay in 5G. And as we said, the 5G is already commercialized very successfully in North America, major European countries, Middle East, China, and Australia. And now we have in India also, which is now pan India commercialized by all the two telcos in India. So, as I said earlier, like what was the India 5G journey? Divide that this 5G in India in terms of deployment, which is a non-standalone and a standalone. Non-standalone in the sense the core network is 4G network only, whereas in SA technology, the operator deploys altogether a new core network. So which is a little but NSA is in terms of deployment is a little bit less complex. But yes, both are uh, perfectly fine in terms of 5G. Generally, NSA comes first and then SA, but in India, Geo has deployed SA first, which is a sort of global first, you can say. In terms of commercialization, 5G is just not a 1 day or 2 months or a year story. It's a rigorous story of a couple of years, wherein initially government allots the technical trial band license, which we can see here, and the telcos perform the trials on that band. They are not commercial band, they are into very small cluster of say 500 meters or so, that's it. And they give the license because it is live radiation. Both the operators, the telecoms, and the OEM manufacturers like Apple or any vendors uh, do the trial. It can be a live air lab or it is a closed lab as well. They do the in the live cluster. They basically develop their own ecosystem in terms of readiness from the network vendors like Ericsson, Nokia, all together with all the OEMs like Apple, Samsung, and all Oppo as well. And apart from that, the operators as well like Airtel, Vodafone, Geo, and so on. Finally, in terms of participation of auctions, the government allocates the frequency band and they participate in the auctions. And after auctions, they go for the commercial deployment. Before it was this trial band deployment, it was now commercial deployment. And then the operators make some negotiation with the handset manufacturer as well to enable the 5G in their handset as well, because 5G is enabled from the operator's side doesn't mean anything for the operator because it should be supported by the handset also. So both operator and OEM sit together, they have a hectic round of negotiations and they go for the final round of commercial services. So now we have the commercial services available in India. So this was a story which happened in the last 3-4 years altogether. In terms of band, basically, you can see here in table what are bands are available in India in terms of 5G, which is listed here. Generally, bands are numbered with N. N is nothing like a new radio. In LT, we were having B. Here, we make it N. N has no special significance. It's just a number. N new radio. The 5G has a very peculiar thing. Like if we increase the frequency, we get the less penetration in terms of coverage. But if we reduce the frequency, we get the higher penetration. It's just a frequency properties, nothing to do with the 5G. In fact, actually, so here I have listed the frequencies. As we go on increasing the frequency, our penetration goes on decrease in decreasing trends actually. So this was the Indian 5G journey in a nutshell actually. So after deployment, what comes actually? I think yeah. So now comes the 5G data services, because 5G is especially about the data services. It's not about the in fact call basically. So as you can see, I explained earlier, like non-standalone and standalone is like two different deployment technologies. This is having a core of 4G, but here you can see the core is different of 5G. So we can say in very simple terms, like NSA is 5G radio but 4G core. So NSA also uses, as we say, 4G. So here the RAN is from the 5G. Otherwise, all the core network RAN is a radio access network. When data requirement is there, so we divert the traffic to the 5G frequencies. Otherwise, everything is handled by the 4G frequencies. In terms of frequencies, because frequency is high, so in terms of optimization, we have a special technology like BWP. We call it bandwidth in parts, wherein whole channel is divided into the multiple segments. Where we initially allocate the small segment. If data requirement is more, then network allocates the more bandwidth to them. So here device no need to search all the band. It saves the power basically here. So these are the optimization technique, which is already live in India. Apart from that, NRCA is also a technology wherein operator gives the enhanced throughput to the end user. If you see in Geo, if you're in very good area, you can have around 500 Mbps of speed in the mobile, which is because of NRCA. And next is our DSS. It's basically technology which is getting used in NSA deployment. DSS is nothing but technology wherein we are using or reforming the existing 4G frequencies into 5G as and when need occurs. If high throughput requirement is there, we go for the 5G frequencies. Otherwise, I will use a 4G. Apart from that, there is also a very special case wherein government restricts the use of few bands in the sensitive areas like airport, ISRO, DRDO, and so on and so forth. So in that area, this technology is very useful because we do no need to use the high frequency band. We can go with the low frequency band in the sensitive areas as well, because these high frequencies generally interact or interfere with the we say the altimeter of the aeroplane actually basically. Millimeter wave is also a very high frequency waves wherein currently it is not commercially available, but what is heard in the media, that is it is getting deployed in the geo fiber. It is purely as per the media. We don't have any confirmed updates about this. Network slicing is also a very fascinating feature in the 5G, wherein we slice the network logically, and we allocate one slice to gamer, another slice to hospital based on the needs. For example, gamer need high speed, so we give dedicated slice to the gamer, wherein in a hospital it is required very high throughput and very low latency. So wherein we give the dedicated slide, wherein because the requirement is like that. So network slicing divides the network logically into various slices. So these all are the data services. Basically nothing to do with the voice, and it is already commercialized in India. So when we turn to the 5G voice services, so basically when we have 5G, so we have two things. One is EPS fallback and VoNR, voice over new radio. So VoNR is purely 5G call, whereas EPSFB is a thing wherein when we place the call, basically our phone fall back to 4G and call is getting connected. So basically it's not a pure 5G, it is just using the existing 4G technology, which is getting deployed in NSA. Whereas in VoNR, it is getting purely 5G core and call is getting diverted using our 5G core. So as I mentioned here, Geo has already commercialized VoNR services across multiple cities. But if OEM is supporting, you can see a Vio 5G icon on the top of the mobile phone when you place a call. So many handsets currently supports these services in India. Hell, next we will go with OEM specific options, wherein as you can see in 5G we have various inherent problems in terms of heating effects, like our mobile devices heats up very often. So we handle this in terms of thermal mitigation, we call it. This is also handled in 3GPP specs in release 16. In terms of 5G icon, where globally various operators has deployed their own customized icons, like T-Mobile in US has used 5G UC icon, Verizon has used 5G UW icon based on their own requirement and threshold values. India will see these things, but in coming future, when 5G market matures enough. In terms of international roaming, currently we don't have any international ecosystem ready for international roaming in 5G, although all the entities are working together to have international roaming in 5G. But the problem is that 5G is having so many bands, so making a superset of all the bands in.
Sir, kindly conclude, sir. Time over,
Sure,
sir.
sure.
Kindly
Just,
conclude.
sure.
Conclude, sir. Time over.
Okay. So lastly, it's just a telecom journey, and we can see a very fascinating journey of 5G. And this would be purely a backbone of 6G in the coming future. So here I conclude my this survey paper. So if any questions, I'm open to answer here.
My voice is audible. Once I
Yes.
unmute, yeah, voice is audible now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, please, in just 1 minute, try to show how you come up with your. I mean, what are the different features which makes your work different from the previous work?
Okay, so this is not a work. Basically, as you can see, it is a survey paper wherein I am just quoting various technologies from the already media reports and literatures, basically. So
Okay.
what I listed here is all the commercial technologies already in the market, but it's
Okay.
the technical people are not aware, basically, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you. Log on. Ask him to disconnect. You can disconnect. नहीं तो इस मेज को थोड़ा सा इधर कर लेते हैं ना. सर इसको साइलेंट पर डाल लीजिए, बहुत जोर से पूरे ब्रह्मांड तक में आवाज चली जाती है।
नेक्स्ट प्रेजेंटेशन किसको?
नेक्स्ट प्रेजेंटेशन है ये इनेबल ऑफ डाइवर्स।
Mr. Froze Ahmed, you may please raise your hand so that I may convert you as a presenter. Yes, done. Now you may share your PPT. You have up to 5 minutes.
Yes, sir. I'm presenting.
Yeah, please.
My
Yeah.
voice is
Sir.
yeah, you are getting my voice?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now you can continue.
So I'm Sheikh Firoz Ahmed. So my research work is based on the diabetic retinopathy using ensembling techniques in deep learning. So
ये आवाज माइक में नहीं आ रही।
hello.
Yeah. Continue.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Sir. So coming to outline of this presentation, I'm gonna tell about the introduction, problem statement, and what I have done in the literature survey, which models have been used to get the correct output, and what are the results of my research and conclusion and references. So coming to introduction, as we all know that diabetic retinopathy is a diabetic disease which causes to our eyes, which causes to our retina blood vessels. So due to this disorder, a person can cause a partial or a complete vision loss. So this is a very serious problem when comes to old people. So we can see this diabetic retinopathy very much in elder people. So for the detection of for the enhancement of detection of this retinopathy, I have proposed a model with six different neural networks and ensembling all the six different neural networks into into a single neural network and getting a high accurately high accurately predicting model. So in this model we have in this like in this research we have done a data collection, we have pre-processed the images and then used some augmentation algorithms. Coming to literature survey, these are the paper. There are some papers I have referenced for doing this project. In these all the papers, the major difference from the different other papers and my research work is that every paper has conducted a single neural network or a single model for.
The conclusion. Move to the conclusion part.
Okay, so this is the data set, and the algorithm are used are ensemble techniques, and there are six different. These are six different neural networks which I have used. This is the outline of the working of our model. So for the result after doing ensembling, this is the confusion matrix which we have obtained. It has given the accuracy of 85.7% for the validation dataset. So for concluding, we can conclude that uh, using these ensembling technique, we had gave a better accuracy than using each neural network separately. So getting this higher accuracy can also increase the scope of detecting the diabetic retinopathy very easily, and it can be detected in a very less amount of time. Other references and citations which have been done.
Okay, so you tell me why did you use CNN model in this?
Sir,
why have you used CNN model in this?
So because all the input we had taken are as images.
Yeah.
So for the training of the data, I had used the CNN because these are the images should be trained using the neural networks.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. You may leave now. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
से जल्दी हो जाएगा. है ना?
राजेश सर एक वो चाहिए मुझे स्टेज पे.
Yeah, Shiba, are you there? Please raise your hand. Okay. I'm making you as a presenter.
Shiba,
Please raise your hand once again. Shiba. Yeah, make her a presenter. Shiba, you are presenter now. I think you can unmute your mic.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can start. Yeah, you can start presenting.
Okay. Sir. Is it visible, sir? My PPT is visible?
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it is visible. It is visible. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay. Okay. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. So,
Good afternoon.
I'm going to. Okay, my title is Analysis of Different Categories of Prediction Method in Intelligent Transport Banner System. I'm Gracelyn Shiba from JPR Engineering College. Okay, outline is objective, introduction, analysis, and conclusion and difference. Okay. So, vehicular ad hoc network. So, that is a VANA system to make the VANA.
Shiba, please. Have you? Yeah. It's all right now. You continue.
Okay. So, network. To make the vehicular ad hoc network be an intelligent transport system, so we need to analyze the prediction methods. We have so much of prediction analysis and routing protocols and anomaly detections are there. I am review and analyze all the prediction method and routing protocols and okay, so mainly for intelligent transport system mean we have the driver safety is very important. So that is one of the point. Then the road based on the according to the WHO statistics 1.3 million people are die in the road traffic. So we need to avoid the road accidents. Accident and we in that traffic management is also very important. Then for medical breath transportation as well as the people move on at the emergency places. These are all the things under the intelligent transport system in the VANET. Okay. And also we need to consider the roadway hazards. Maybe it may be the pothole will be there and the crackers will be there. So these are all under the detection of all these things and prediction all under the intelligent transport system of VANA system. Okay, so I'm okay. Move on to that. So only the traffic prediction mean is historical. We are trying the historical and real-time data. Using that, we have to predict the traffic because the traffic management is important in that VANA system. Then location prediction. So location prediction means the future geographical location is of the vehicle is very important. Okay, so for that only we have to predict where they are going, and the further process will be going on. Then destination prediction. We need to find out the destination. So where the destination will be, so where the vehicle is moving towards the destination based on the patterns and some historical data, we have to predict the destination. Then lane prediction. So for the medical field, we need to fast or emerge the way, isn't it? So we need to go fast towards the hospital. So in that place we need the lane prediction. So which lane is less traffic, so we need to predict that. So for that purpose we are going on to the lane prediction. Then routing protocol, know that in the message correctly is ensure that the message is going to the intended destination and all this. Then anomaly detection. In that anomaly detection, identifying the patterns as well as the element. Element mean is the abnormal behavior of the vehicle also, and also patterns mean if the road is having some cracks or rutting, like that, the cracks will be there, then pothole will be there. These are all the things.
Part, please. Go to the conclusion part, please.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
So this is our comparison and analysis statement. I am taking the 10 papers regarding the anomaly detection, location prediction, and prediction, all these things. So for the first one we are seeing that. So in that some of the papers we are not specifying the heterogeneity. Heterogeneous means different street, they're having a different layout of streets, they are not specifying like that. We are also moving on to that the prediction will be more high and accuracy will be high in the traffic. And also for prediction and traffic flow, traffic estimation and anomaly detection, we are going for the CNN architecture. For the CNN architecture, we need the more number of data sets. We need more historical data is there. So to avoid that, we need the lightweight learning algorithm is needed. That is one of the main task in that image, and as well as the CNN based traffic prediction. And need more analysis.
There's a question from my side. You have compared between two papers in which one of the paper is mentioning about the method which they have used is feed forward neural network, right? And in the second method, they've used CNN and threshold based suppression method. So can you please tell me the difference between these two methods and how they are implementing it in both the papers?
Okay. So in the first paper, we are using the 5 multimetric. Multimetric means we are using the 5 parameters to predict the location. Okay, so to predict the location. The first paper is mainly.
Listen. My question is, what is the basic difference between feed forward neural network and CNN?
So in CNN we have subsampling layers and the convolutional layers are there. So in that second paper they are using 8 layers are used. So this in that paper this complexity is very high, and also the historical data set is very high in that. So we need to.
Again, you are not getting the point. I have asked, what is the difference between feed forward neural network and CNN technique, any convolutional neural network? There must be some difference, right? Okay, Shiva, thank you. Thank you.
So feed forward network is also used for prediction only.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks.
You may log off. Yeah, Subhash Yadav, please raise your hand so that we can make you presenter. Yeah, Subhash Yadav ji, are you getting my voice? Yes. Okay, please make him as a presenter. He's not being made as a presenter. Okay. I think the your voice is not getting to us. We are not getting your voice. Sorry. No, we are not getting your voice. You may connect from different device or rejoin. Subhash Yadav, please rejoin so that. No, we are not getting your voice yet. You may rejoin. अरे रुकिए अभी इसको नहीं कर थोड़ी देर में कराएंगे
Sir, please rejoin. Your voice is.
Subhash Yadav ji, your voice is not getting us. Ritika ma'am.
Subhash Yadav ji, are you getting? You are not connected.
Subhash ji, my voice is audible to you. Your voice is not coming to us. He got disconnected now. तो सेकंड वाले को करता है ठीक है अब उनको प्रेजेंट करते हैं सो वॉइस नहीं आ रही कनेक्शन तो सही है I think there's a glitch at your end. Your voice is not coming. Okay, you can recheck and you can join later. Voice is not audible. Okay, you do one thing. You can check it from your end and you join after one or two presentation, right? You join after one or two presentation. You can leave.
Last lesson.
Subhash Yadav, your voice is not coming. So you do one thing. You join after one or two presentations, right? इसको निकाल करके क्या करवा रहे Now may I request you to speak again? Your voice is not audible. Yeah, you do one thing. You join once again after checking it, right? We'll be in touch with you. Next. One 115, Mr. Shadab. Yeah, we are making you as a presenter. Yeah, my voice is audible, Mr. Shadab. You unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am audible, sir.
Voice is audible.
Yes, sir.
वॉइस ही नहीं आ रही है हम लोगों को.
Sir, I am audible.
Just a minute. There is a glitch from our end, I think.
Sir, you are audible to me.
Okay.
You are audible to me, sir.
इसे निकाल दो. निकालने पे है. आप सर बात करिए. Okay, my voice is audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Yeah, you do one thing.
Yes, sir.
You do one thing. You share your presentation and
Okay, sir.
Start.
Shadab, share your screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Proceed.
And Subhash Yadav, please be ready after this presentation, right?
Sir, my screen is.
Yeah, it is visible. It is visible.
It is visible, na, sir?
Yeah.
I am Mohammad Shada from Jamia Millia Islamia. I am here to present my presentation, which is titled as a simplified low-cost portable ventilator. In this PPT, the content are I'm introducing the introduction and the problem we are facing in existing ventilator, then its basic methodology, work methodology, component we are used, and conclude with the result. Ventilator is a device which is used to produce artificial breathing. A person who is not unable to breathe in normal condition for lungs injury, disease in lungs injury, and abdominal injury, or in accidental case when people face difficulty in inhale and exhale breathe. In that case, we need to push breathable air to the patient lung, and in this situation, we need ventilator. It is one of the crucial device used in modern ICU. As we recently faced global pandemic, that is COVID-19, million of people lost their lives due to shortage of ventilator. And one of the main reason of shortage of ventilator in India is high cost.
Conclusion part. Please move to the conclusion part.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
This prototype ventilator is expected to provide 50 to 60 ml of volume of air, which is sufficient for an adult person, and 12 RR, that's it, 12 respirate per minute in a minute for sufficient adult. And also it is portable, small in size, and it is low cost. And all the parameter of data is
how this ventilator is different from the ventilators which are existing in India?
Sir, this portable ventilator exist in India are not connected with IoT. In this, I am working on it connected on IoT so that we can measure the patient situation in our smartphone and analyze the situation of a patient in our smartphone, like body temperature, its heartbeat, pulse rate.
Have you done any simulation results, or have you done any sort of analysis?
Sir, it's initial state. I am still working on it. And
so this is a review paper?
No, sir. I'm developing a hardware.
Okay, so have you taken any sort of readings from anywhere?
Yes, sir.
Readings from any existing ventilators? Okay.
This is a temperature sensor I'm used in DS18B20. This is the result of temperature sensor, and also I'm used my 30100 heart rate per rate sensor. And
Okay. It's all right. It's all right. Thank you.
okay, sir. May I leave, sir?
Yeah. You can leave now.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Subhash, please raise your hand. Yeah, we are making you presenter. Yeah, your role has been changed now. Yeah, you can start. Please speak.
Hello, can you hear, sir?
Yeah. Now your voice is audible.
Okay. I apologize. I don't know what has happened into the system, and
Yeah.
because of that,
There might be some network glitch at your end, or I think it might have happened at my end. But it's all right. Now you can share your slides with us.
sir, may you
Put
see
it
the
on the
presentation?
presentation mode, please.
May you see it, sir?
Yeah. It's all right. It's all right.
Okay.
You can start now.
Yeah. Good noon to everyone. Good noon, Shubham sir, Manish sir. And I'm thankful to you again providing me an opportunity despite that the things were not working. Let me give you a brief introduction about myself. Myself is Subhash Yadav, and on the professional side, currently I am working in Cognizant Technology as an associate director, and on the educational side, right now I am pursuing PhD from Triple IIT Pune, and under that my research work as a PhD scholar. I am presenting this paper, and in this paper, the topic of the paper is the review on multi-robot path planning in complex industrial dynamic environments using improved nature-inspired techniques. So basically, I've gone through the various papers and listed down what is all there. And this is the outline of the paper: introduction, motivation, methodologies, literature review, conclusion, and references. In the introduction, basically, this research paper is examining all the algorithms that draw inspiration from nature to address the challenges of mobile robot path
Directly,
planning.
directly move to the comparison
Yes, sir.
part.
I'm coming, sir, and before that, just give me 2 minutes, and then I will be coming on the comparison. And this paper also explains the use of both modified and standard nature-inspired algorithms for multi-robot path planning in complicated industrial dynamic environments. Basically, I got these inspirations from the that why matlab, I should go for this industrial robot and why I should do this study. Both these fields are the challenging right now. The path planning is a fascinating field of the study, and we are seeing that the currently smart industry are going on. If you will see on the right hand side, there is a diagram, right, which is showing that how the industry is moving on. And industrial robotics is the top robotics segment and expected to grow from $76 billion to from 2022 to 176 billion to 2025. And these all these things, industrial robots can be used across the industries. And that the robot path planning is an optimization problem. And essentially, it has been demonstrated that the typical multi-robot skills of the path planning, formation, generation, target tracking, observation, and work distributions are being used. And on the right hand side,
I request you to please move to the techniques which are involved. Yeah.
So all these basically, if you will see that now nowadays that one of the prime concerns of the mobile robot is the path planning. A path planning optimization method is proposed to calculate the shortest collision-free path from source to destination by avoiding static as well as dynamic obstacles. And basically, for solving the path planning problems, either we use the classical approaches or the swarm optimizations. But in the classical path problem, there is an advantage that the calculation speed is fast, but the calculation complexity is high. So that is that, and sometimes destination is unreachable, and that has led to the research scholar to come up with the swarm intelligence and algorithms, which are to solve these all these problems.
So what heuristic algorithm are you going to work on?
ant colony optimizations, swarm optimization,
My
PSOs,
question is,
and
Subhash Yadav, my question is, which meta heuristic algorithms have you chosen to work on?
so yeah, in the research paper, I have compared the various techniques for ACO, GA, IGO, but for the implementation purpose, I am using the hybrid algorithm, that is the whale optimization plus galactic swarm optimization. That is based on the universe, that how stars and moving and how that how they travels around the sun. So I am working on that. But here in the research paper, I have compared mostly modified research techniques. If you will see that this is the table, right? And in that, I have listed down the limitations and etc. And I have also analyzed on the second slide that the performance analysis I have also done. And in the results and distributions, I have also mentioned. And in that conclusion, that the nature-inspired algorithms are one of the hybrid techniques that we can use.
I think that the hybrid algorithms will going to give the much better result, right?
Yes, yes, sir. So that is the
that's right. That is my point. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, sir. Thanks.
Now you can leave now.
Thank you, sir. Thanks.
Just मेरा mic अभी mute. Sulekha Saxena, please raise your hand. Sulekha Saxena, please raise your hand. Are you available? I think she is not available. Let's move to the new. Is there anyone who is available from paper number 28? Okay. We are going to present it. Paper ID 28. Sorry, paper ID 2023/28/28. Paper ID 28 2023/28. Is there anyone? Okay. So I'm moving to the next paper. ये नहीं है available. तो जो अवेलेबल है उसका लिख करके आगे बढ़ जाता है. उसके बाद paper ID 2023/03. Firoz Ahmed. I think he has given, or might be it is his next paper.
Before Subhash Yadav technical test, मैंने शोभित की गई तो उसके बाद इनकी.
अच्छा शोभित की हो गई है.
Yes sir.
ओके ठीक है. इसकी हो चुकी है सर. ये 28 की हो गई थी.
Before Subhash Yadav.
अच्छा सुभाष यादव के पहले है अभी ये इस पे आ रहे हैं 28 सुलेखा ये हो चुका है हो चुका है पेपर आईडी 03 पेपर आईडी 03 anyone okay please make him as a presenter.
Please raise your hand. Paper number ID 3.
Paper ID 03. Sujay Rushmi. Okay. Okay. You can present your work now. Yeah, Sujay, please present your work now. You've been made as a presenter. You can present your work now. Sujay Rushvi, please present your work now. Okay, and unmute yourself.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah. You are exactly audible.
Yeah.
Please put it on the presentation mode.
Yes, sir.
ये है 03.
Hello.
Please put it on the presentation mode.
Yes, sir. Can I start, sir?
Yeah, you can start. But I think there's a glitch from your end. We are not getting the slides. Yeah, again share it. Yeah, now we are getting.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Rishvi Sajja, and I'm a student currently pursuing my 4th year in computer science and engineering. My research work is about enhancing air quality prediction using machine learning algorithm and boosting techniques. So this will be the presentation outline: introduction, problem statement, literature survey, model, proposed results, conclusion, and followed by references. Coming to the introduction, as you all know, pollution plays a vital role in everyone's life, from small age to older age. So air pollution is a significant environmental and public health concern worldwide. So to detect the air quality, we have researched on a work on air quality prediction index, and the model which we proposed uses a random forest algorithm and boosting algorithm as such as EdaBoost for calculating the air quality.
Okay, please show the results, right? Go to the conclusion part and show the result. What have you done?
So this is the results. We have used two models like SVM and a random forest. We have performed separately, and also we have performed for them boosting techniques. Our dataset consists of 16 attributes, and we have taken the dataset from Kaggle named city data, which consists of 14 features. And this we have performed data pre-processing with the handling nulls and etc. classification for SVM and random forest, and then we used normalization handling null. We have used SVM and random forest because SVM is the best decision for boundary, and a random forest for ensemble. It is an ensemble learning method that uses multiple decision trees to make predictions.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you,
You
sir.
tell me,
Yes, sir.
how is your work better from the previous work? Because I think uh, there are previous work which has already been done in this field.
Yes, sir. Uh, Up to the papers which I have reviewed are used only SVM, only algorithms. They did not use boosting techniques. But in addition to that, we have used boosting techniques, use of ADA boost, which gave me 83% of accuracy.
Okay. Okay. That's right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Paper ID 2023/81. Please raise your hand. Rohini G. Yeah. I'm making you as a presenter. You've been assigned as a presenter. Please share your slide.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Please share your slide. Yeah, Rohini, please share your
Yes,
slide.
yes, sir. I'm sharing. Is it visible, sir?
Yeah, I think you are sharing it from your mobile phone, so the pictures are not really clear.
Actually, sir, I have joined from 11 and suddenly we have a power cutoff. So my
Okay, that's right.
laptop
That's right.
battery
That's
is
right.
also dead.
Okay, that's right. Please explain me in brief.
Okay, is it clear?
Yeah. It is clear now.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rohini Khalkar here to present my research study on empirical analysis of customer reviews from social media. First of all, I would like to thank you, the organizing team of the KIIT groups of institution Ghaziabad, for giving us opportunity to present our research work here in a huge platform. So thank you, everyone. Now I'll start with the presentation. This is the outline of presentation. Introduction to sentiment analysis, literature survey, research gap, research approach, and then the references. So first of all, Introduction to Sentiment Analysis. So what exactly the sentiment analysis is? It is the process of classifying whether a text or a message is representing a positive, negative, or neutral value. And basically, it tries to gain the people opinion or the customer's opinion from their reviews. Try to expand our business or try to expand.
There's a question from my side. Please. You directly go to the comparative analysis.
This one?
Comparison.
Yes, sir. So from the number of research papers that I have reviewed, I have just shortlisted a few of them here only. So in the recent work also, various methods or algorithms, we can say that are used for the sentiment analysis or reviewing whether the customer's opinion is positive, negative, neutral, or anything else. So algorithms
so
used
which algorithm have you used or you planning to use?
No, I have just started with the data set now and the comparative analysis of various algorithms, that which algorithms are giving which kind of results and where I can improve the results.
So have you find any algorithm getting or giving better results?
Neo-based classifier is always giving better results, but I'm trying to make a hybrid model out of these two algorithms, means a neo-based algorithm and it might be SVM or CNN. So if I combine these two algorithms parameters so that I can improve the performance, because there is lack somewhere.
I understand now. Okay. So can you please conclude it in 2 or 3 lines?
Okay, sir. So whatever research gaps I have identified from the work I have done or from the research papers I have gone through, that there is a problem in accurately detecting the some statements of sarcasm, irony, leading to potential misinterpretation of data. If we consider no or not, and if some negative word is there, then it comes to positive. But in some cases, it may not be the true guess of the customer's opinion. So this is the one. Second one is language issue is there, that in some cases only some of the regional languages are used. So in that case, we have to work on those the standard languages also. Then sometimes ambiguity in data, context understanding.
And then what have you done to remove the errors?
First, we have to go through these various phases, and at the time of pre-processing only, if we filter the data correctly, then the results will be more precise and the hybrid model will work in more accurate way. So in each and every stage, we have to go through.
Can you tell me the role of gradient descent?
Role of gradient descent.
Yeah, stochastic gradient descent.
In that, it correctly.
Why is there any use of stochastic gradient descent in your work?
No, actually, okay. I have not gone through it in detail.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Next. Jeffin Joseph, please raise your hand. Okay, I'm making you as a presenter. Start with your presentation. Jeffin, I have made you as a presenter, and I asked the previous one to please unshare your slide. Yeah, Jeffin, please. Please unmute yourself.
So is it visible now?
Yeah. So your voice is audible. You can start now.
Yes, sir. Respected chairs and the participants, the topic for the presentation is predicting missed appointments in dental clinic, enhanced risk assessment with multiple learning techniques. When we look at the problem of no-shows or missed appointments in clinics, especially in dental clinics, it's a severe problem because not only in the dental clinics, but also outpatient clinics all over the world are facing the same problem of missed appointments. Patients are taking appointments and not showing up. And this is causing a loss of billions of dollars every year. And this is an area where researchers are into for the last 5 or 6 years. So, in order to so some of the mitigation strategies in order to overcome these missed appointments are sending reminder calls and text, and also allowing random walk-ins, and also doing overbooking. So these strategies can be implemented only if we get an idea on how many patients are going to miss their appointment. So the problem here is to predict the missed appointments so that we can effectively implement strategies like overbooking. So in the study, the features which I have used for prediction is the prediction are age, gender, marital status, nationality, appointment weekday, appointment month, time of appointment.
You simply discuss about the algorithm you have used for prediction.
Yeah, the algorithms used for prediction are logistic regression, random forest, light GBM, extra trace, and artificial neural network. I have also used there is an issue of the class imbalance. So I have used ADSN, that is adaptive synthetic synthetic sampling, that is adding more samples. That is an oversampling technique I have used, and I have trained 10 models with and without the addition, and I have tested the performance by using accuracy, precision, sensitivity of measure, and the area under the curve. Basically, I have compared all these algorithms, and what I have observed is that overall I have got a lower performance, but the logistic regression with Addison and light GPM with Addison have performed better comparatively. So what I have found is that the limitation of the study is the availability of the historical data, that is the historical no-show data. So once if we have the historical no-show data, definitely we can improve the prediction output, and also if we can use the hybrid models also, definitely we can improve the performance. And that is
model. Have you taken or chosen any sort of algorithms on which you are going to make hybrid?
No, I am planning to make a hybrid model, but in the current study I have not used. I have only used some ensemble learning techniques like
Okay, so are you sure that hybrid model will work?
That again we have to we have to.
That is the area of research.
Yeah, okay. That is the future research.
That's right. Okay, thank you, Joseph.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
You may unpresent your. Jyoti Tripathi, please raise your hand so that we can make you presenter.
Okay, okay.
Okay, we are making you a presenter.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are audible. You can present your.
Sir, can you please?
Your slides.
Can you make Karan Halawat also the presenter because he'll
Yeah. You are presenter right now.
Sir, can you make Karan Halawat as a co-presenter as well?
Karan Halawat, please raise your hand. Okay. Now we have made Karan Halawat as a presenter. You can share your slide and start your presentation.
Sir, is my screen visible?
Yeah, your screen is visible now.
Okay, sir. So good afternoon, first of all, and thank you for providing us with this opportunity to present our paper in front of this esteemed panel. Now, I would, respecting the time constraint that the chair has, I would quickly like to jump on the key points. So this will be the flow of the presentation. We'll start with the presentation problem statement, and then we'll proceed further to the results and conclusions. So the problem statement is pretty simple, that we are developing a YOLO model which detects road anomalies on the Indian roads. So as we know that the present road conditions in India are not very suitable for drivers and causes major incidents. So the aim of this project is to detecting the various anomalies that are present on the road and to help drivers be more precise and more safe during their drive conditions. So this is the procedure that we have followed in our research. So first is dataset selection. So dataset selection was an important phase of the research work that we have done, because the datasets available on the internet were pretty unorganized, and they were from different angles and different things. So we have used this IEEE dataset, which is dataset for Indian road scenarios 2021, which contains over 7,000 images, but we used a subset of only 2,000 images to train our model. Then we have followed the image annotation process with tools like computer vision annotations and RoboFlow. Then we have implemented image augmentation techniques, since our dataset also contained various types of images, such as images taken in night and images of different road, which includes highways and one-ways. So for that purpose, we have used image augmentation to give a precise result. And then we
have you taken these data? Have you taken these data from Kaggle or from
no, sir, IEEE website? It is the dataset is available on IEEE website. It is a paid dataset, which is DIRS 21 dataset for Indian road scenarios.
Okay, that's right.
Okay, sir. Then we have split the dataset into 80, 10, 10 for train test and validation purposes. And then we applied the YOLO model to achieve our results. So these are the results. We have used various YOLO models from V5 to V8, but the maximum accuracy that we have witnessed is with YOLO V8. The network size was medium, and as I told you earlier, that the image subset was 2,000 images trained at 100 epochs. Weight transfer was also used for subsequent layers, and as for the optimizer, we have used stochastic gradient descent optimizers and Adams optimizers.
Okay, so can you tell me what type of previous work has already been done, or is there any comparison?
The novel work is using YOLO V8, because the technologies that were used earlier was CNN and previous versions of YOLO. So we have used YOLO V8 version so as to improve the accuracy of the dataset.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you.
So you can see the sample images are there with the mean average precision and the average precision.
Okay, so using YOLO, your precision rate is getting improved, right?
Yeah, it is getting improved.
Okay, thank you. Good.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Anu, please raise your hand. Yes, sir. You are now presenter 04.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
So me and please make Mohammed Faraz also the presenter.
Okay, sir. Please present your screen.
Is it visible?
Yes, your screen is visible.
So please make Mohammed Faraz also as a presenter.
Please ask him to raise his hand so we'll make him presenter.
The presentation is visible.
Hello, is my voice audible?
Yes, your voice is audible.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank you for giving us the opportunity to present our research in front of you all. And the topic of our research is job recommendation system based on content-based filtering. Um, and the topic that we're going to cover in this presentation is shown here. So first of all, the problem statement of our research was, in order to design a recommendation of the system which is going to help the individual in order to get the best recommended job which is suitable according to their profile, like a qualification, experience, and skills. So motivation behind this research was, there are different of the portals which is available on internet, but they but user has to spend a lot of time in finding the right job on different portals. So what we try to do is, we try to design a recommendation system which is going to help the individual project is, our system is work in a machine learning environment first of all, and here we are going to take the data, and we have created our data set by web scraping the data from LinkedIn and Naukri.com in real time. And after that, based on that, we have created a data set with the different parameters, and after that we have applied a uh, pre-processing and applied feature extraction, and on the base of that we have applied the content-based filtering, and based on that we have recommended the job, and rest of the slide will going to be explained by Mohammed Kya.
So hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. Screen is also visible. Screen is visible. Okay.
Yes, your screen
so,
is visible. Sir, please come to your simulation result.
So here is the data flow diagram for our project. The user will be entering his query. Then we have a web scraper that is scraping the data from the job portals, as we have said, like Indeed.com and the Naukri.com. And for that, the data that has been extracted from those job portals has been made structured, since it has to be wrangled. It has many missing values, so it has been cleaned using various machine learning techniques, and we have removed stop words and all. Then we have our data set. Then that data set is in the textual form, so we have
Then data pre-processing is there, and out of that we have extracted our features and then applied the content-based filtering to recommend the job. So this is the implementation part. So like for creating the dataset, we have used the Python modules like Selenium and Beautiful Soup. So for making that data frame, then from that data frame, we have to pre-process the data. We have to eliminate the stop words, and we have to just clean our data. Then for that is a textual data, we have to convert it into the feature vectors. So we have used TDF IDF vectorization, that is term frequency and in-document frequency. So to convert that textual data into the feature vectors.
Please come to result part.
Yeah, so I'm coming, and then finding the cosine similarity between the data, between the user skill and the skill that are present on the job. So here is like input that the user is entering the skills, like the Android development and his year of experience and qualification are. So here the user can enter multiple skills and according to his qualification. And here is the output, that is result that we have got for that. Like for that we have got mobile application development, Android, and so on. So this is the conclusion. So our model uses content-based filtering rather than collaborative. So in content-based filtering, the main objective is on the content, the similarity on the skills of the user, on the type of the on the domain of the job. So this project can be made as a future scope. We can use collaborative filtering. But the collaborative filtering has some problem there, since many the research paper that we have studied, they have used collaborative filtering. There is a problem of cold start that is not in their content, but as a hybrid mode we can use both. So to tackle the cold start problem.
Okay, sir. Sir, why you prefer machine learning technique in your project?
So machine learning algorithms, they are used. They can do. So this makes the presentation. Sorry. Yeah. So machine learning algorithms helps those tasks doing in wonderful ways where the human activities are there. So we need to train for every explicit input. We need not to train our data. So it get trained on itself. So that is why we use machine learning algorithm to find the cosine similarity between them.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Next. Next, paper ID 10. Sunita Tiwari, please raise your hand. Sir?
Yes, Manjeet Singh.
Manjeet Singh.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. You can share your screen now.
Just sharing. Hello, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. So this is Manjeet Pankti, and the paper is Wonder Vision, a smart stick for visually impaired people. So the team who has worked on this topic are Dr. Sunita Tiwari, Manjeet, myself, and Golu, Raghav, and Sambhav.
Clear.
So in order to understand the this topic, so basically this is a very this the whole topic is based on the assistive technology and made for the visually impaired people. I mean those people who are not able to take the advantage of their eyes due to some any reasons. So if you see this slide, so this is a small survey done by the and it shows that around 0.32% of the Indian population is completely blind. So this small survey is basically a small glimpse of it seems like this is a very small number, 0.32%, but in terms of actual numbers, if you say that there are a lot of people who needs actually some kind of assistance from the from the side of technology, so that they can also survive in this very, very magical world. So this small figure tells me that in terms of urban and rural area, the female disability is around 44%, and the male is around 9% in urban, while for the same is for the male people, right? So irrespective of genders wise, we can say that there is a need of some technologies who can assist the blind people. So in order to assist the blind people, there could be multiple ways. So the related work the already work done is actually, there are a lot of research work and it involves a lot of technologies. The sensors are there, the GPS is there, and the through multiple things. And the course challenges handled throughout this paper is basically
come to your work.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So if you see, basically all these works are basically, of course, there are a lot of improvements required, but the main purpose in this work is basically to make the device, for example, a smart stick, and also to work on the cost of that stick, so that it can be affordable by multiple people. So there are also multiple aspects in this approach. For example, how do we train the people? How they can adopt to new things, and what is the area where it is applicable or not? It's indoor applicable or outdoor or everything, and the accuracy and everything is there. So there are some challenges addressed in this particular approach, is that how to detect the obstacles in the sharp, even the small parts like table as is, and some kind of things is presented in this particular paper. So for the particular thing, one small prototype is developed, and it is based on the IoT technologies for which the Arduino Uno and jumper wires and some ultrasonic sensors are used. And at the software point of view, the Arduino and which is very open source technology is used, so that we can put multiple things in that smart setup. So this is a small system design for this particular Wonder Vision, or say a smart stick device. And this is the actual implementation of that our model, which is basically involves multiple things. So for example, the whole project is basically divided into 3 categories. So case 1 is that if there is no obstacles, the device will make no noise, signaling a clear path and go ahead. Then case 2 is if there is an obstacle in the path, the device will start beeping. So it will signal the user to change the path, or so that it can avoid any collision, something like that. There could be a third possibility. If there is an emergency situation, so user can press the alert button to send the SOS signals to a registered mobile number, which is done by the Arduino software. So if you see the third image, so that is basically the prototype or the proof of concept, so that SOS can also be inbuilt in this particular implementations. So these are all these things which I just told you. So in concluding remarks, I know that there is a time constraint here. So the main aim was to develop a prototype detecting obstacles using the ultrasonic sensors and microcontrollers, so that we can identify and measure distance from obstacle in front of the users. And also in case of the third case, SOS can be also be inbuilt with these things. But the major purpose for this particular a topic was to do the whole thing in very minimal cost, and the approximate cost is around 1500 for this prototype in this case. And these are the references.
Sir, can you briefly explain innovation of your work to previous work?
So I know there are limitations, so I will not say innovations, but I will say a new term. I mean affordability, I would like to say. So this particular proof of concept is very affordable, and although it is just one unit, so if it is in if we have to develop create multiple units, then the cost can be being lower than this 1500 rupees.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
This 11.
Miss Jia Purnima, if you're in the meeting, please raise your hand.
Paper ID कौन सा है? Paper ID?
So now you are a presenter, you can share your screen. Please unmute your mic.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible. You can share your screen.
Okay, sir. One second, sir. So sharing the screen side gives us sometimes a few minutes. Can you do the same way, PPT, sir?
So your screen is not visible. But now it is visible.
You are now visible.
Am I visible, sir?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Can you proceed?
Yes.
Good afternoon to everyone. I'm Jaya Purnima. So my research work is C-band application oriented HTTP patch antenna design. So my outline is abstract introduction, antenna design, and results and conclusion. So generally, we know that antenna is the main part for a communication system. We are targeting for communication and satellite system. Here I am designing a head-shaped patch antenna for this satellite communication system. So in earlier literatures, earlier papers from my research, we came to know that the bandwidth and then size of the antenna is limit has some limitation. To overcome this, I go with the H-shaped patch antenna with a miniature size. Also, if we are using this H-shaped patch antenna, we are improving the bandwidth of the system. So This is our antenna design. This is a microstrip patch antenna. So in this, we are going to focus on the dielectric media. According to the dielectric media, we are having that good efficiency and then strong directivity. Also, we are focusing on the return loss. The return loss is the main parameters. If it is high, we can get that the base will be a good impedance matching. If it is a proper impedance matching, then we can do that the proper data transmission. So for communication system, gathering the data and then processing of the data is the main important thing. So here, our HPAT antenna design can replaces the range of frequencies to the C-band range. So usually for antenna design, we go with the CST.
Please discuss about the conclusion part.
One second, sir. So this is why fabricated antennas are. So we are designing that the hedge-shaped antenna. Using the hedge-shaped antenna, we did the simulation using the CST software tool. So here you can see that this blue line indicator simulation result, and then using the network analyzer, we tested our performance of the antenna. By using this, we get the return losses high. Also, that the ranges to get minus 10 decibel ranges, so we can get improve the overall performance of the system. And then standing wave ratio. If the standing wave ratio is liable between the value of 2 or less than 2, then we can get that proper.
Discuss three parameters. Discuss three parameters of your antenna design on which it is superior than the previous antennas. Discuss three parameters.
So one is return loss, sir. Another one is bandwidth, sir. The earlier literatures away, the bandwidth of the previous antennas are lies in the 2 gigahertz. Using our antennas, we have get that the bandwidth is 5 gigahertz. So we are improving the bandwidth.
Okay, it's all right.
More data. So this is the gain of the system.
Thank you.
Radiation pattern. And then this is the comparison of our simulated result and measurement system.
Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Raise your hand.
Paper ID 141.
Dr. Preeti Jain, please raise your hand. Making you as a presenter. Please raise your hand once again. Okay. Yeah, Dr. Preeti, I request you to please present your slides and start your presentation.
Yes, sir.
Share your screen, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. I got the opportunity to present my paper.
Put it in the presentation mode, ma'am.
Sir, is it
Yeah.
fine?
Yeah, it is fine now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I got a privilege to present my paper on the guide group of institutions. My title of the paper is Correlates of IMC with respect to banking industry in India. See, first of all, I would like to say the communication is a very common word, but integrated marketing communication is a new word, and the marketing word didn't appear in the banking literature till 1930. Even after LPG,
Please tell me the
universal
title of your paper, please.
It
Repeat
is
the title of your paper.
Correlates of integrated marketing communication with respect to banking industry in India.
Okay.
Communication is simply very bad from the previous communication is going on, but the integrated marketing communication is a new concept. But in banking industry, it came into a very last stage. We can say that with the help of LPG policy, information technology has changed the market scenario and led to the adoption of IMC.
Findings, please. I mean, the research findings.
Yes.
Directly proceed to the research findings.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
This is a firstly research gap. I did my most of the studies were done in Europe, Oceania, USA, but very limited studies were done in India. And majority of studies were based on hospitality sector and limited on banking sector. So this study based on the IMC measures on the banking sector of Northern India. So following hypotheses were formed with based to the IMC measures and type of bank, IMC measures and age of a bank, IMC measures and the nature of marketing department, IMC measures and position of managers, IMC measures on the basis of banking experience, and IMC measures on the career experience of the managers. For that, the questionnaire was formed. It was an open-ended questionnaire and taken the data from the bank manager of Northern India, full Northern India, taken from the Punjab and up to UP. And sample size was 1,000 bank managers approached, out of which 480 responses gathered, and 462 came out to be final respondents after deleting outliners.
So you performed a survey, right? You performed a survey.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And these are your findings.
Yes. First, on the basis of structure, age, and size. First, talk about the age comparison. And these are the 5 IMC measures: interactivity, mission marketing, organizational infrastructure, strategic consistency, planning evaluation, and IMC. And on the basis of age-wise, we have differentiated into 3 bases: up to 25 years, between 25 to 100 years, above 100 years. ANOVA is applied, and it was found that it was significant at 5% and strategic consistency at 4.8. It means that the old banks are more aware of the term strategic consistency. This is about the age. Okay. Next is branch-wise. We have divided into 3 bases, less than 25.
Go to the conclusion slide. Go to the conclusion slide, please.
See, on the basis of type of bank, these are supported. On the basis of age of bank, they are supported. And on the basis of nature of marketing, that is in-house as well as out-house, it is supported. Similarly, on the basis of position of managers, they are supported on the basis of a significant level at 5% level, and on the basis of banking experience as well as career experience, they are supported. So we can say that on the basis of age-wise as well as result or nature-wise, all are accepted. But in case of size-wise comparison, except organizational infrastructure, all the 4 measures are acceptable. With regard to profile managers of a profile service profile, the same position-wise comparison, banking experience of manager, ANOVA has been applied at significant at 5% level. The factor organizational infrastructure found to be
how
Yes, sir.
the survey or the comparison, how is your work in which you have made a comparative analysis as well as made a survey is better from the previous work?
Yes, sir. It is previously, see, if we I talk about I've already written the research gap here that most of the studies were conducted in Europe, Oceania, USA, and few studies were there in India. And all the studies
Okay,
were related
okay.
to hospitality sector.
From where did you
So
gathered all the data?
I have taken the survey from the bank managers of Northern India. It was
Okay,
a
it is the
COVID
real
time,
time.
so
It is the real time data.
yes, sir.
Okay, okay, that's right. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
So may I leave?
Yeah, you may leave, please, and present your presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Paper ID 77, please raise your hand. Paper ID 77. Okay, okay. I'm making you as a presenter. I've made you as a presenter. Please unmute yourself and start presenting your slides.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you see my presentation?
Yeah,
Is it
it
visible?
is clearly visible. Please put it in the
Okay.
presentation mode.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Asta Goyal. I will be presenting my paper, Analysis of Various Toppling Modeling Algorithms Using Internal Quality Metrics. And the paper ID is 77. And the track name is AI-based biomedical instrumentation. So basically, this is the outline of my presentation. So introduction. So topic modeling is basically these are the unsupervised machine learning techniques which comes under text mining, and these techniques are used to convert unstructured data into structured format by extracting. So the main focus under these techniques are to extract the word patterns and themes which are referred as topics from a collection of documents. Now suppose if we have a set of documents which we don't know that in how many topics we can classify these set of documents, for which we have a topic modeling algorithms, and these algorithms are known as topic models. So these models are actually very useful for the organization, summarization, understanding, and the identification of large electronic archives. As you see in the flow chart, these topic models are divided into two categories. One is a non-probabilistic models and other one is the probabilistic models. The topic models started with the evolution of topic models actually started with non-probabilistic ones, and the first one was on the basis of LSI, latent semantic indexing. We have our first topic model which is known as LSA, latent semantic analysis. Then an upgradation to LSA is NMF, and then under the probabilistic models,
move to the conclusion part.
Okay, as a one, can I add one statement before that? So before I start with the conclusion, the problem statement is that my objective in the study is to assess the effectiveness of conventional topic models, the state of the art topic models, using a suitable set of internal quality metrics, which evaluates the models on the basis of coherence, diversity, significance, and classification. For this study, I have used one real-time data set, the 20 news group data set, which is a collection of articles of news. Okay, so this is the methodology. It follows the journal methodology of pre-processing training of topic models, and then the result interpretation was done on the basis of analysis of graphs. These are the results, and according to these results, as we could see across all the matrices, LDA is the most performant algorithm. So this is the result chart where you can see across the topic diversity, LDA is the most performant, topic coherence is the most, LDA is the most performant across significant. So study basically aims to contribute by aiding the choice of optimal topic model through an array of comprehensive evaluation metrics. In this, I have used 4 category of metrics: coherence, diversity, significance, and the fourth coherence, significance, and classification. So this shows that LD is the most performant topic model. And then these are the future prospects where once we know that which one is the optimal topic model, we can go into hyperparameter tuning, and we can experiment with different data sets, and we can do the exploration with external quality metrics. This paper was focused for internal quality metrics only.
How is your work superior from the previous works?
So in the previous work, I have done a literature review, and in the previous work, I have seen that if on one or two metrics, the models have been evaluated. Here, I have used 4 different set of metrics on which I have evaluated the model. Secondly, if you see here in topic coherence, WE pairwise and WE centroid are 2 metrics which have been introduced in topic
comparative
coherence.
analysis or made any tables?
Yes, sir. This is one of the comparative analysis where across all the metrics I have shown which one is the best topic model. This one. Okay. And then if you see the result slides.
But you haven't discussed about the parameters. Okay, here you are discussing about the parameters, right?
Yeah. In the results I have shown in the graphs the parameters and the values over which they have
These
been.
results are not actually visible.
Oh, okay.
Which tool you have used?
Python, sir. OctaStream. In the Python, I've created these graphs.
They must be visible. I won't be able to see the clear vision.
Oh, can I expand it? Can you see it now, sir?
Yeah. Can you please read what is there?
So, sir, this is the topic diversity matrix. It has diversity and KL divergence.
Okay,
and
that's
then
right.
This is topic significance graph. And then
what is KL divergence?
So KL divergence, basically it comes under topic diversity matrix. It measures the diversity of words in a topic. So if you see, so emphasis basically if we have repeated words to to determine the redundant topics, we use this method. Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. ID. अच्छा, ठीक है. Iravati, please raise your hand. Iravati, please raise your hand. Yeah, I request as Iravati to please share your presentation. Just a minute, I'm making you as a presenter. Yeah, I request Iravati ji to please present your slides.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you see my window, sir?
Yeah.
And good afternoon, sir. Thank you taking me. So, my research paper topic is intelligent smartwatch for enhanced cardiovascular health management. Especially, this is for elder people who is having heart problems. Because nowadays many people having heart attacks, right? So that's why I am doing this concept particularly. And right now we have, I make it short. Right now we have many smartwatches, especially for sensing our heart rates, BP, everything, many things it's sensing. But in my paper, I am integrating the AI technique with this smartwatch, especially for heart problem people, really cardiovascular patients, to give reminder about the tablets. And this smartwatch consists of inbuilt pillbox and AI-powered alarm system also, to give reminder to the patient, and it enables to the Android phone to give the SOS help in case of emergency everything. And this is my proposed method of the smartwatch. Microcontroller is integrated with the integration, and that heart rate sensor will sensor.
Please tell me which microcontroller you have used.
Nano Arduino microcontroller. Planning already existing is using
Arduino
Arduino
Nano is
Nano.
not a microcontroller, it is a microcontroller board, I think, if I am not mistaken.
We're using in India base paper they used Arduino Nano Arduino controller only they have mentioned.
There's a microcontroller known as Atmega 16 which is there inside Arduino Uno or Atmega 32, right? Arduino Uno there's a wrong perception amongst people that Uno is a microcontroller. It is not a microcontroller. It is a microcontroller board.
It's Arduino
right?
board.
Yeah.
Board in that Mega 16 like that, it's a nano controller we are using for smartwatch, especially for smartwatch thing.
Okay.
And in that controller we can integrate that RNN algorithm in terms of firmware. Like
So
we can convert the format.
RNN algorithm, I think it requires huge amount of data set. So I think you are using somewhere your high processing device to integrate it with microcontrollers to get the results, right?
Yes, sir, we can do. Yes, sir, we can do it. Actually, it is little bit complexity with converting, but we can take general in existing papers. We are taking only orbit. We can take heart rate, BP, pulses, and health. Every data we can sense using that sensor, and that is also a
the question
process,
is. The question is.
Yes.
The question is.
Yes.
All sorts of processing has been done in the microcontroller, or are you doing all the processing of artificial intelligence in your laptop itself?
No, sir. I'm trying to do in on-device controller because I'm going to integrate that RNN algorithm to microcontroller using a firmware or software analysis.
You are taking the data from microcontroller and receiving it in your system, right?
Yeah, from a sensor. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's right. And in your
that we can, yes, sir.
In your system, can you please define me the configuration of your system on which you are running RNN?
No, sir. Actually, this RNN is a proposed thing. I'm trying to integrate with it. Now we have only theoretical concept, but this is the existing without RNN. These are the device will show the time and this one and BP that pulse rate, and these are the it will give to phone up to the reminder message, and if it is needed SOS it will show. But this will do we can do with this RNN integration because many people are doing only cloud-based software analysis only. But I'm trying to integrate RNN with the microcontroller using that firmware software, which means it will the data set will converted to the microcontroller format, which is using firmware nowadays. These are the new things to come. To change the data format to the microcontroller.
Please jump to the conclusion part.
Yes, by integrating this RNN thing, we can get the accurate data from the cardiovascular. That's the health management too.
Okay, and how is your work different from the previous works?
Yes, in previous nobody used RNN in your device directly, but they have used it for cloud management.
But I'm having a doubt that you cannot use simple RNN in microcontrollers without having any high-end processors, right? This is the doubt from my end. I mean, either you can simply receive the data through sensors with the help of
we have to do
and receive it in the high-end processor.
But we can do it with the quantization and reducing the layers and reducing the architecture levels. We can try some. That's why I'm telling we can try with quantization techniques and reducing the architectures. We can reduce the we are reduce the layers and we can try. And theoretically, it is easy theoretically. But really complex when doing for real time analysis.
I understand. Thank you for the presentation, Neeravati ji.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
हाँ सर करा दीजिए। हाँ रोक दिया है, अभी करा दीजिए आप। और मैं एक अनाउंसमेंट कर देता हूँ ना कि कितनी देर का होगा ये कीनोट टॉक। अनाउंसमेंट कर देता हूँ, है ना। हाँ ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ठीक ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है। So there is an important announcement. We are having a keynote talk of professor from GB Pant Agriculture University, Professor Abhishek Tomar, and he'll be delivering a keynote talk, and after that the session will get resumed. Thank you.
Sir, we will invite you. Just now. Sir, we will invite you.
We will invite you. Good afternoon, everyone. So today we will start the keynote session. I would like to request Dr. Abhishek